Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Wheeland. I am an author, game designer, and professional nerd, and I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, and we are here tonight for our season finale of the excellent Forged in the Dark RPG called Scum and Villainy, a game of space scoundrels produced by Evil Hat Productions. With me, as the crew of the Kraken, are some of a lovely mix of professional actors, talented amateurs, and lovely nerds who are going to be going on an adventure in this galaxy with us here tonight. Scum and Villainy is a Forge in the Dark game. What that means is it is part of the Blades in the Dark family, which is an excellent game that really updates a lot of the mechanics of heist movies and crime tropes into a fun little game that romps its way. The original romps its way around a sort of a fantasy industrial city, but this one is much more in line with shows like Firefly or BSG or movies like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I like all those things, Rob.
Well, I'm glad, because it's really hard to pitch these games when everyone is like, what is that? I've never seen that. Was that...
You should have seen us when we were talking about Star Wars. We were like, what?
What?
We had to watch 7 or 8 movies to figure out what's going on here? I don't know, man.
I suspect that...
7 or 8 movies plus all of the cartoons if you go to one of Rob's Star Wars trivias. You have no idea how mad these nerds were. They're like, what do you mean? They had to, like, watch it? I'm like, yeah, it's trivia.
We definitely failed at trivia on May the 11th.
It's all right.
You didn't watch Star Wars Rebels or Clone Wars, did you?
The holiday special?
Oh, I love that.
VHS.
I know you did.
We have no way of watching it, but we have it.
I have it on DVD, and I have the Rift Tracks version, which is really the only way that you can watch it.
Do you also own Battle of Endor?
Wookiee
somewhere?
porn. Not even joking.
Some sections of Tumblr will be into that. You just really
and like half
it.
of Reddit.
It's sort of like Wookiee Skinamax, but
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
Furmax?
Yeah.
Furrymax?
Hydamax?
I want this conversation to end.
This is why I'm a Star Trek fan.
Oh, there's some weird ones for that too.
Oh yeah, I know.
Speaking of Tumblr pages,
Star Trek like invented half this stuff. That's sort of.
I did write a paper in college on Star Trek and diversity. An entire 10-page paper.
Oh, I wrote.
It was great.
I thought you were gonna say Spurk, but
I wrote a thesis on how Batman is better than Superman.
Yeah.
I got it in that class.
Oh, we should release that as a Patreon exclusive. I think I still have it.
what?
My 10-page paper on Star Trek and diversity.
No one wants that.
I bet it's terrible. I was very young.
No one gives a
I needed the grades when I was young.
You need my 12-year-old hot take on diversity in the Star Trek universe.
It has been almost that long.
For some reason, I parsed that as my 12-year-old. Like she was 12 when she wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my
I was supposed to say
That is in 12 years ago. She might have been old enough to have decent opinions.
If you want to see 12-year-old Tawny's writing, there's a notebook upstairs.
Oh, no.
You could just
now
look at
that
her writing
would
today.
be a great Patreon exclusive.
It looks the same.
I was going to. Well, see, I this is how I wonder how the nostalgia factor of Tales from the Loop is going to play out with everybody, given that there is some, we'll call it disparity between the age.
We all enjoy the 80s.
I'm older than these guys.
And I'm older than her, so
I think only one of us was technically born, besides Sarah, who was born in 1989 at December 31st.
Oh
19th.
yeah.
19th? Yeah. I was talking about Sarah, not the actual 89.
I see.
Baby.
It'll be more interesting when we if we follow up with the 90s version. That'll be like, I understand that reference.
Hey, we get the 80s references.
So, Let's go around the table and have everybody introduce themselves and talk about the most memorable moment. Introduce yourself, introduce your character, and what the most memorable moment from last game was. We'll start with the person who wasn't actually here for last game.
Ayo, governor!
I'm glad to see that my accent was about right.
Bangers and mash, shepherd's pie,
Please survey have more.
Blimey.
Drag queens in London actually sing live, not lip sync. Thank you.
Okay.
I watched a lot of YouTube today.
Thank you.
That's
for
a thing
that
I know
legend
now.
fact.
That's something that I will not retain for the next 5
Oh,
minutes.
hi.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Penny. Whoa. There's a dog.
My name is Jordan Fishburne. I'm coming at you today with the character Goldie Wrench. Nickname / alias is Buster. I'm this here mechanic on this here vessel here.
So I'll jump in here. So last session, Jordan was unavailable, and oftentimes, one of the big struggles that gaming groups have is, well, what happens when Jordan can't make it?
Rob kidnaps you.
Yeah, I kidnap you. But honestly, it's a good time to run narrative structures and stories that, if you ran them while the person was there, they'd be bored. So her character was kidnapped in retribution for the way things played out. Pardon me. The way things that played out during the first session, where they had a tiny Urbot called Araini that they kept out of the clutches of the Ashen Knives Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
So they took Buster and sold her to the Adamites, which went pretty well. So
I pretended to be a guy, and Rob gave me a Cockney accent. That was my favorite part.
She was in disguise, you see.
Yeah.
What was it? Would you have done a different accent? Is that what the issue is? I don't know what.
I feel like my character would have joked like that was the only thing she could do, because she couldn't make her voice low enough to sound like an actual guy. So she was like.
So she went full Oliver Street urchin.
Yeah. First she tried to do this for a little while, but it actually started to hurt. So she just went a little bit more Cockney.
That was not Cockney.
The greatest thing about this is that I can't do any accents, so Rob just completely
That was
make my character.
Even her
broader.
American
I don't even know
accent
what that was.
Yeah, my American accent
Wait.
still just not
So
great.
you're telling me that Space Cockney sounds like she's from the Bronx?
Yes.
Yes.
Forget
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
It's Brooklyn. I don't know. All right. Okay. Let's move on to somebody who actually was at our last session.
Hello, I'm Tony Thompson. And I'm
I legitimately was like, what?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Tony Cheek, and I'm playing Steve Johnson, aka Hellion, the captain of the ship.
That was pretty
Also the pilot.
cheeky.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha.
That's not the
Moving
shit
on.
she was talking about.
What?
You think I haven't heard that before?
Dude, no, that's me,
I've
babe.
said
I feel
that
you.
to you before.
What was the most memorable part of last session for you?
Boy. Probably. Jeez. Did it have to be something with me, or could
No,
it...
that's why I said memorable.
I like when everybody pulled a Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse and tried to blend in as waiters at the
Yes,
yeah.
It went so well.
Yeah.
We've been averaging 2 jobs during Scum and Villainy. Basically, there's a kickoff job, there's a downtime, and then there is the sort of the follow-up job, and that is the structure of the game. Is you play a job, and then you kind of deal with the aftermath and the planning of the next job, and then you do that. It's a very excellent structure, especially for the way that our experience is, where it kind of folds into each very, very quickly and easily. Their first job went horribly wrong.
I think it went really well.
But their third job was smooth as ice. So it was great. Sarah ran into her mother in the gangster den. It was a ton of fun. And speaking of which, let's have you introduce.
Hello, I am.
You really don't need any introduction.
I know. Well, just stop it. Oh my god. I'm not here. My name's Sarah Babe, and
You may know her from such podcasts as
Plot Points.
Encounter Party.
This is the best.
And Plot Points. I'm Sarah Babe. Okay, so I play a Xeno who is a Nara named Alejandra Vega Lorne de Stellanova, otherwise known as Vega. Some people call me the Spider as well, due to the large amount of arms that I have. And I think, God, my favorite, I have to say the whole thing about last episode was the science eating that turned into like the death poop joke or like the death poop joke. It was just, that was just so much.
Went on for a good long time.
Oh yeah, it was pure silliness and I loved it.
Can I just say, I'm really happy you guys didn't have to go with giving me the death poops in order to get me off of...
God damn it, we missed an
That
opportunity
wasn't
there.
even an option. We didn't
missed
even
an
think about
opportunity
giving
there.
you the death
There's
poop.
still-
I listened
There's still an episode
and watched
left.
the episode. I distinctly remember you guys going, we can give Buster the death poop so we can get her out of here.
That wasn't my idea. That was probably 20.
I don't think so. I think that might have been that one over there.
This is the first time that we've done a recording of a session where we've got instant feedback from the listener. I'm not sure if I like it.
If you guys want some of this action, leave us a comment on iTunes.
Leave us all the comments.
Speaking of which, my other favorite part was Rob's impression of Jordan, which was Jurassic Park and stuff.
I missed an opportunity to wear a Jurassic Park shirt today.
So-
Tawny did.
I got you.
Yeah. It's not the same unless it's me.
Well, mine is a fun mashup, so
It's true. It is appropriate.
So is mine. It's a fun
Hey.
mashup.
my name is Ethan Eichsett Anderson, and I'm playing Ashley Pewter. My favorite part from last time was hitting on Mama Vega.
That was good.
Yeah.
So that looks like that was not Sarah's favorite part from last time.
I kind of might have blocked it out of my memory.
Yeah.
Mama Vega was like a great part.
She
of
was
last
super
episode.
great.
She was awesome.
And last but certainly not least.
Hi, I'm Tawny Thompson, an actor and fight choreographer here in Milwaukee. And I'm playing Lilith, also known as the Serpent, but most people just call me Lil. And my favorite part from last episode, there were so many cringy bits, which
It's really what we're here for.
cringy in multiple ways. So
Yeah.
We're not embarrassing ourselves. What are you
Critical
guys
Role
even
might make
watching
you
for?
cry and laugh. We just
We
make you go.
make you cringe. No, I mean, and the cringy bits really were a lot of the current events related bits.
Oh yeah,
Were very cringy. It's stuck. It's stuck. Yeah,
those Adamites, man.
yeah.
By the way, for our Patreons out there, I haven't done it yet, but I will be doing it in the next week or two. But I will be writing up the Adamites as a full faction for Scum and Villainy that you can use in your home game. I'm going to try to do a little bit of additional game content for our Patreons because you are nice.
Who wants to read any of his stuff?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No.
You all want Tawny's 12-year-old paper.
10 pages, baby.
I mean, Rob's only written for Star Wars and
Yeah.
Firefly.
It definitely messed with the
and
margins a little bit.
Blasphemy.
shit. Of course you did. Who didn't?
1.5 spacing.
I think it was 1.15 because it was supposed to be 1
Yeah.
point, so I did
Yeah.
1.15. 1.5 is noticeable.
See, everybody can
They never
notice
called
that.
me out
That's
on
why
it.
you choose books in Tikwa, and it looks like New Times Roman, but it gets you about a half a page.
And
Or
that
you
is
just
why-
the kerning on the text?
And that is why Brad is our lord of the board, because he knows hot secrets
Fancy
like that.
font.
Fabulous mystical secrets were beheld to me.
when I was an English major.
Join us for our new show, Nuggets of Wisdom with Brad.
It teaches you how to cheat on your homework.
Cheat? Cheat?
Yes,
What?
yes.
Harumph, I say.
Work the system.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really alcohol.
So, we begin our adventure tonight not in the darkness of space, not in the cramped, dingy corridors of the Kraken.
Say it that way.
We begin on a beach. Where Dr. Vega is getting her shoulders rubbed.
Oh, yay.
What does
by-
the oil smell like?
Bergamot
Ooh. Yeah.
and like citrusy, like
Would-
Earl Grey.
Ooh.
Would you like another drink, my love?
Yes, please.
How many hands would you do you wish to be filled?
It's a very tricky question. We'll go for one for now.
And your lover takes the pitcher and pours out a concoction and hands it to you, and you're about ready to sip it when, because it's been a very hot day here. Like usually there's like a nice ocean breeze, but it's been not unbearably hot, but definitely hot, hotter than normal. Well, at least when you're just lounging. You lean forward because in the distance you see someone splashing in the surf, and it's not one of the natives or the locals here.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go get him.
As you move closer, you recognize the person that's splashing with you, or that's splashing in down the length of the beach. It's Ash.
Wait, splashing like drowning splashing or just splashing?
I mean,
I
he's
don't
a
know, Ash,
turtle.
what kind of a splashing are you doing?
Sitting waist deep in the water, just with my hands in it.
I thought you were gonna say like stuck on your shell. Like.
He's a turtle. He's good.
Turtle.
This is just a friggin'.
Spain.
This is just a void comp test. Of course I'm gonna turn him onto his stomach so he doesn't die on the beach.
Double reference points, given what we were talking about before the start of the show. You aren't quite sure how you got on this beach.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I don't know. I was in the ship, then I was in the beach.
Splash, splash.
Oh no. I had a terrible idea. So, could I indulge in my vice to get rid of some stress in this scene?
And what are you going to do with that? How are you going to do that?
Well, my vice is pleasure.
Right?
He's here. This isn't really the real world.
You wish me to spread my seed across your clutch of eggs?
We're never having sex again. Good job. Don't ever say that again.
He doesn't have to, because what I know Ethan, he'll just put it on like his it'll be his like ringtone on his phone.
Oh god.
And anytime it's like, by the way. Yes, you can certainly indulge your vice.
Oh
Does Gareth go along with it?
You gotta,
I can't believe we're fucking doing
you gotta
this.
get your mom's
We are
sloppy
24
seconds.
minutes into the episode, and here we are, threesome with a turtle person.
A
Hello.
A space threesome
space
with a turtle
spider.
person, spider person, and a
non-existent
long
dead.
or a non-existent hallucination of a long, possibly dead alien race.
Call us BioWare.
Yeah.
Hi!
Even Darwin's going, my God.
I mean, like, obviously, if you're not cool with it, you're not cool with it. But I'm just saying, like, Alright.
Rob usually fades to black anyways.
Well, yeah.
You make it sound like this has happened 27 times.
Yeah,
You'd be
we saved the
surprised.
really hot stuff for the
Yeah.
for the Patreons.
Yeah.
He's now
in
had
the
the mother and the daughter.
Theater of the Mind Players After Dark.
Oh. Oh.
So
Great addition.
so while you are indulging in your vice and you are enjoying the experiment, I'm assuming, because that's really what you're here for. Is like, oh, I get to see all sorts of interesting, fascinating things. Which of you comes across them?
Oh, fuck me.
Depends
Wait,
on where they are.
They could while they're here.
Yeah. I don't need to see Shape of Water again. I'm good.
I usually keep to my engine room area, but I mean, if they're in the dining area, I should probably.
No,
They're on a beach.
And so are you.
What? Oh, whoa, guys!
What?
Whoa,
Hey.
no.
Like, his shell is open.
I don't think that's how shells work.
I'm sorry, how many space turtles do you know?
Well,
Yeah.
I
How
know
many-
a real tortoise.
How many space turtles have you had sex with?
Absolutely zero, none.
So far.
as Ethan slowly puts away his cosplay.
What's the last thing I remember?
Thank you for being analytical
So
about
that I can block this from my memory and just go back to whatever that was. Goldie
You
only
rem-
likes robots.
Oh god.
Is that how you ended up inside this one?
Oh man.
No, well, you remember.
The Alamo.
No, you were talking with Araini about you had about the arrangements that you were trying to make to find a place for him to stay that was nice and secure, and then Dr. Vega insisted that Araini come with her for some reason, for some sort of testing, and you were working at your tool bench. And you could hear the keening of the Urbot echoing through the halls of the ship, and then the next thing you knew, instead of being seated at your workbench, you were seated on a rock, and you were
Opening a coconut.
yeah, hanging on a coconut. Or like a space. So because this is an
space
alien
coconut.
planet, it's like a fuzzy
Jackfruit.
blue coconut.
Okay.
Some poor PA on set had to spray paint this thing like 4 times.
I'm just gonna go this. You guys, I'm just going this way. All right, Edie.
Who
Sure you don't want in on this half show?
Nope.
who do you run into of the remaining 2 crew members?
I'll run into our handy dandy Lil.
What the fuck is this?
Don't look behind me.
Hi, Lil.
Oh dear God in heaven!
I told you not to look behind me.
I like that you're still proceeding, even though you're like.
Let's go by this tree. That one there.
They're
Far
gonna do
away.
what they're gonna do.
And
Whatever.
I was-
This isn't real.
Yeah, it's all make-believe.
what is all of this?
That's a great question. I'm not able to ask anybody right now because
I'm
I just
desperately
don't feel
trying not to
comfortable.
vomit.
It's called sex, Lil.
Thank you. I think we got that
But
picture.
But we're having a conversation, not sex. So
Yeah.
So far.
The two of you are walking along the beach, and you come across a small, like a shack, with chairs.
A love shack.
Well, no, like.
Hello?
Good call.
And the bartender turns around, and it is your captain.
Hey, oh,
Hello.
pool boy. I need a beer.
wait a second.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Where the fuck are you?
I'm in the middle of pouring a beer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll drink that. I mean,
Okay. Cool.
LARPing.
Alright, did something weird happen? Do you remember how you got here?
You were asleep in your cabin.
Hold up. Who's driving this ship?
Am I not? This is.
When I last remember, we were on autopilot.
That ain't good.
It is
So-
if we're all unconscious
Right, but what
now.
if something goes wrong?
I am creating the first clock for this particular job,
Oh, great.
and it is wake up.
Oh, that's fun.
So
Well-
how many of us have to wake up?
Everyone, we're all going back to the ship.
As far as I know, this is my dream that you're all in, and this is my bar,
Okay.
which I eventually turned the ship into when it eventually no longer works.
And it is,
The ship will always work.
it is getting warm too.
I was punching stuff, and then y'all, is it
You
like
heard the, and then you
Jesus.
also heard Araini, the
Yeah.
robot.
that weird robot thing he was singing? He was making a racket. I heard it,
Yeah.
and then
He was singing about the
It's-
Muna and the Tuna
Jesus,
and
is
the
it is anybody else real warm?
I think it's a beach, right?
No, but
So-
this is like
We're sweating over here.
So, if
Do we
we're
walk in the
all
door?
Dreaming,
Yeah.
if
Maybe-
we die, in
maybe
the
we should all take our
dream,
shirts off.
Do you think we'll wake up?
Too late.
yeah, we should not die. And
We might wake
what
up.
if the heat is actually the ship on fire and we're all like dying
Then
on
I
the ship?
think it's even more important that we wake up right away.
Okay,
Well,
let
how
me
are you
slap
going to-
you.
How are you going to do that?
I'm gonna slap you.
I
Ready?
would prefer not to do that.
Fine.
I say just let
Uh,
it happen. You can't die in a dream.
This ain't a dream.
Actually,
I wasn't sleeping.
I am though.
Hey,
You're
when
in my
you guys get done, can you come over here? We're having a discussion about how to wake up.
Can I
We are.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
Okay.
use my
Could you wash yourselves off
skills
first?
I'm
to
sure,
do
they were in
something?
the
I would like to
water.
study my surroundings
I'm probably
and figure
not
out if I can find
clothed,
like a
I'm
hole
sure.
in the
Yeah.
illusion.
for whatever reason.
Like, I don't have any study though, so I'm rolling 2 dice and taking the worst.
Well, because have you ever engaged in this dream mode with Araini before?
not.
So you're very like,
Have you ever
This is
told
what this
us
is
about
like?
this?
Right.
wow,
I don't think so.
this is.
Yeah.
I
don't
want to
think-
find the hole in the illusion though. There's got to
you
be
wanna
something.
see through the matrix.
I get,
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
Gonna have to find
So
more.
you're trying to
can ask
study it?
Vega.
okay.
If only you had.
I
a
can't think of
doctor.
anything else that makes sense.
Someone call Lawrence Fishburne.
A tune would
Or
also
your
be.
I have the same skill level.
Okay, so it's a horse piece. All right. So before you do that,
What's the devil's bargain?
the devil's bargain is
You have to join in
No.
their fun.
the devil's bargain is
I know I
that
had to-
you get you get to see just how screwed everyone is because
Oh.
you'll get that flash of the real world and then you'll be back and you'll see why or
I would like to do that, yeah.
Okay.
But I have none, so I should probably leave that
So-
and I'll
So
just
you
roll
just
one die,
roll.
right?
You just roll one. You don't want to roll the devil's bargain die?
It's the red one.
Purple sparkly dice for the win, Rob.
Nope.
3.
All
Dice
right.
jail.
Yeah.
Clang.
Purple sparkly dice for the win.
You
For
should've
those
rolled
listening,
that when you
dice
dropped
jail.
It, Rob, so we could have seen what she could have rolled.
Well, that's okay. What that means is, in addition to wake up,
Oh no.
there is a second clock that you're going to have to defeat,
I'm
which
reading
already has a tick on it
I
because
saw what
you
it
rolled a
said.
3, and that clock says it's a 4 thing clock that says escape the sun, because you're like, because you're looking around like, okay, that like this can't be real, and for a second you're like, you touch one of the weird alien palm trees, and instead of it feeling like rough bark, it feels like ship metal, and you like close your eyes and squeeze them shut, like, okay, can I think, and you hear proximity alert.
Oh shit.
Stellar body proximity alert.
Oh shit.
And you're like, and that's what breaks it back.
Okay. I did a thing. I was on the ship for like this much, and they're beeping the.
Use your English, please.
We're falling into a sun, y'all.
Okay.
So you're convinced if we die here, we wake up there?
I think that is something to try.
No.
Can I
yeah.
shoot you?
You guys,
No.
we can just talk to Arini and get out of here.
Where the fuck is
Vega,
Arini?
You've been in here before.
How'd you get out last
Have
time?
you just talked to Arini and she's
Do we
let you...
screw our way out?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I mean, no, that's not no.
Meanwhile, I'm just cleaning your glass.
Sometimes
Do-
you wanna go
I was gonna say, do
where
the
everybody
Ted
knows
Danson
your
bar.
name.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're falling into a
Is
sun.
it just literally a matter of me talking to Arini and having her wake us up?
You can probably fucking try.
Yeah, you can definitely try.
Okay.
What
yeah.
what skill are you going to use here?
Doctor?
Why would you
What?
be using doctor?
Because I'm a doctor?
Tune?
Nope.
No,
I have a
maybe,
tune.
well, because I know how it affects biology. And I would need to know what, how about study? Study, would that work?
If you want to use doctor, you can, but I'm going to say that that's probably a pretty desperate position to take.
Okay. That's an extra dice?
No, that just means that
Oh.
if you fail,
It's
it
worse.
hurts more.
Guys?
You also do
So-
mark XP for making that roll.
But I have a tune.
Well,
Oh, I thought you were just commander.
I mean, yeah, come on, take it.
get the
Yeah, I mean-
out here.
I think a tune might at least, I mean, I can attune to like robots and stuff like that, so I can try to do that.
Do
You
it.
can
I could-
seduce this robot.
Do it.
And maybe Vega can help me. Because...
How about y'all
Yeah,
both
I can
try?
help.
Well, at the very well, so if you want to help, you can certainly do that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll a tune, I believe. Let me make sure I got the rule right for assisting or helping. Or I think it's basically just
Take stress added dice.
yes.
God.
Hold on, just to make sure. We want to make sure that we're running this game right. So you take 1 stress.
Okay.
And you add a die to your roll.
Okay.
You can also push yourself, so take 2 more stress to get 1 die, or take the devil's bargain.
What's the devil's bargain, Rob?
What is the devil's bargain?
I can't unattune.
You cannot detune.
I'm not an Emney tuner.
That robot really tunes you on.
I think I think you're going to take a level 1 harm of loneliness.
Oh.
That sounds good.
Yeah, the sex stuff is funny until
Jordan's like, I eat loneliness for breakfast.
Lonelyos.
I put it on toast with my avocado.
Oh my god. Alright, no pressure, guys.
You're fine.
There's a 5.
It's always a good sign that you've got a tense situation when the players can't bear to look at their dice.
Yeah.
I got 2 5s and a 1.
Okay, so you're still
5,
gonna
5.
take the harm because that's part of the devil's bargain.
Ouchie.
Because you
Lonely. I'm so lonely.
that's also going to mark
Trouble I've seen.
Oh dear.
2 clicks on the wake up clock. 2 ticks.
Wake me up inside.
Oh, no.
I can't wake up.
No.
Alright, Eenie.
Can't wake
no.
up.
Do you
No.
So
No.
no, you just it's not necessarily a ritual thing. Like
Right.
I imagine that it's more of a
bit.
like a meditative moment where you're like, why am I here? And our Eni appears and
Does she say 42?
no
Beep boop pop.
no in the
Beepity boppity boop.
in the dream space
Mhm.
our Eni says, oh, I don't know why you're here either.
Ah, shit.
I'm sorry. I did not realize that I did not realize how that my power is apparently growing.
Oh no, that's never good.
So ungood.
Alright,
Sweet,
Edie,
we have the Dark
can
Phoenix.
Can you let us out?
Can we, the ending of the Truman Show, this?
Wait, there's people watching?
Just swim to
We need
the
to find
edge?
the edge.
It because you have attuned to me, I can free you, but it may take the others some time to do so.
That sounds great. Can I tell them before I go so they aren't worried?
Sure, I'm sorry you'll be going.
Me too,
I wish you could
Arini.
stay.
This is a good thing. Hey guys,
Hey.
I'm about to peace out to stop us from falling into the sun.
This is good. Do that. Can I?
Do you want me to try to shoot you first?
No, I will make sure you guys are safe, hopefully. And
Y'all come back now, you hear?
If you attune to Araini, you can escape.
Did you just like John Cena that? You can't see me.
And poor R.E.D. just goes do 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 do.
I love Araini.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, you come and you hear brap brap proximity alarm.
Shit.
Autopilot malfunction. Proximity alarm.
Fucking told
Autopilot
y'all. I'm not there.
malfunction.
Okay.
I'm going to immediately...
Great, you know that they're going to this.
I'm going to immediately find the problem, is my first thing.
Okay.
Is that a study, or a hack, or a rig, or a
Well,
helm?
you tell me what skill. You're the one who tells me what skill you're using.
I'm
Sometimes
going
a
to-
thing gets broke, can't be fixed.
If
Don't break my ship.
If you
line
if
from
you're trying
Firefly.
to
Out of air.
fix a problem directly, I think that would be rig. However, if you want to try to maybe point the ship away from the star, that would
First.
probably be a helm.
Well, I can rig better. So
Unless this is Stargate Universe and the ship actually powers up from the sun.
So
Oh,
I will
God.
say
Or
that
this
since
is
you
Wolf
don't know
365
where the
universe, I
problem
guess.
is, if you roll
a rig, it's gonna
be desperate.
okay.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's an
You could also try waking me
Autopilot
up somehow.
malfunction?
I have helm.
Yeah.
But you don't know where to start to look for that.
true. There are a lot of
It could be a
bits
software
and pieces
thing.
into the autopilot.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, it ain't
questioned
thermocoupler.
The thermocoupler doesn't run the autopilot.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't that.
You're
We
not
aren't
there.
here.
I just can hear her in my head say
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Whenever we talk anything about the ship.
Hey, Goldie,
I'm
I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't the thermocoupler.
Turning down the volume.
Mute.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna helmet away from the sun first, so that at least we're going away from the sun while I fix the issue. So we'll do that first.
Okay.
That first.
What's
the push?
So that just
That's
means
stress.
you take
Stress.
2 stress.
2 stress. I'll do that.
And you get an extra die.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Here, this one was on a 6.
Turn away from
Thank
the
you.
sun.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And it's 1.
Here comes the sun.
So I'm gonna- I don't know which one to pick. I'll just do these 2. Okay.
Wrong choice.
Nope.
You can do it, Jordan.
Snake
you
eyes.
can do
Snake
it.
eyes. Noonan.
Shut up.
Noonan.
Rob, you're not allowed to say that. That's
Don't
even
wait
worse.
in this.
Noonan?
Why would you say his
Don't
name?
Sarah Babe it.
Oh. That's
Oh.
Ah! Look what
That's
didn't
it.
help.
She didn't.
Opposite ends of the spectrum.
This roll
pull the car
helps
on that
my
shit.
other roll just balancing
Rob,
out.
So-
can I put it in the dice jail?
That one.
Go ahead.
Can
You're-
that
I think
fit through the
we're gonna run
dice
into
jail
some
wall?
dice
Probably gonna
overcrowding
fall
here.
out.
So.
I run up to the
Gonna
pilot
look like the American prison system soon.
cockpit and I take
Oh, I did that wrong.
one lever and I pull it this way, and I take another lever and pull it that way, and then I press buttons. And then it eventually works.
One of those levers.
autopilot disengaged.
Okay.
And the yoke just becomes a brick in your hands as it pitches forward, and you see the blistering orb get bigger and bigger and bigger, and so escape the sun.
Actually, would pay you like $10 if you just went fuck it and went right to the sun.
We're actually going really down. We're just gonna do one of these.
So escape the sun has 2 clicks or ticks on the clock. You need 2 more.
Clicks on the talk.
Clicks on the top. You need 2 more to escape the sun.
And Goldie just goes, "Okay, guys, anytime you want to wake up and help would be great."
And you skirt the orbit of the star, but you can already see that the engines are, running hot and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter.
I'm one person on the ship.
So we're gonna start another clock here,
God.
called overheat.
Oh,
Total
God.
meltdown.
Is that the engines or us inside the?
All of the above.
It's so damn hot. Milk was
Can
a bad
I
choice.
take like a rope and tie it to the yoke to keep it there, and then run back down to the engine room?
Oh sure, yeah.
And then you take too long, it goes a complete circle. and come back.
It's a 4 o'clock with 1 on.
Okay.
This clock is a sort of a retro clock because I put a tick on escape the sun when you rolled a mixed success, and I wanted to make sure that it was actually a bad clock. Bad clock. Meanwhile, in paradise,
Okay, I like the idea. Let's go
now
find
it's
the
starting
edge.
to rain, but it's hot rain,
Oh, that don't feel good.
and it's coming up from the ground.
Can I use Doctor to wake up their, as opposed to engaging with Arini?
Yeah.
Actually, like,
Clear.
yeah.
I mean,
Like,
you
could I
are.
just do that to-
You are in the dream world. You can basically go, okay, and look, here is a pot of coffee, and give it to somebody. Like,
Cool. I will do that.
so go ahead and roll doctor for me, please.
Cool.
Are you interested
Jim, I'm a
in
doctor, not a barista.
What's the devil's bargain?
the devil's bargain? Is who you're going to give whoever you choose to hit with this the level 1 harm of overstimulated.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But I will stress myself just in case.
Okay.
Here, this one was on a 6.
I'm declaring war of stress.
That's 2 6s.
Oh, that's a critical success.
I succeeded really well. That's so awesome.
So I think
I'm good. I'm real good. This is the best coffee you've ever tasted in your entire life.
So you get to choose 3 of the 4 people that are still in the dreaming to wake up. Who do you choose?
These 3 because I don't know jack all about computers
Okay.
or shit.
Because you're like, I wanted to be here. Like, kick these a-holes out.
I'm the only one who's here on purpose, so bye-bye.
Okay. So you so how do you wake all of them up? Do you just give everybody's dream coffee, or
Yeah, I figured just like dream coffee, but like I will
Dream
add
stimulant.
a little bit.
Where did that come from?
I made it.
Oh, with what?
You don't want to know.
One a bar I gave her.
Yeah, there's always coffee in a bar.
Okay, y'all are fucking. Oh god.
yeah, you're like, you guys are so, and then
Oh Jesus, it's hot.
you wake up when you dong as your head bounces off a bulkhead.
At least I'm thick-headed, right?
You're fine.
Okay, so,
It's a cinematic dong.
We had that
The second of this episode, and
Oh boy.
oh Jesus. Okay, who's awake? Sound
so
off.
wake up is on 5 ticks.
Okay, so
Here.
I wake up just
You
like,
hear it echo. Here.
oh guys, I had the weirdest dream. You were all there.
Wasn't a dream, you dumb fuck.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a
It
dream.
was not a dream.
I just-
What do we need to
Take
do?
the helm. I'm going to the engine to help the overheating. You get here now. It's the thermocoupler.
It is not the thermocoupler! And I go running.
I lean over her and I'm like, it's probably the thermocoupler.
And
So,
you are
Go ahead.
awake.
So go ahead and give me. You're gonna rig here? I
Yes.
think? Are you helping her rig?
absolutely
Okay. So
stress.
take 1 stress and you get an extra die.
Oh god. Okay, that's 3. I think 3 is probably okay. Good.
Knock on wood.
I already took a devil's bargain. I'm really lonely right now, so I'm just gonna just go with the 3. 6.
Woo! 644.
644.
Do you want it to be the thermocoupler?
Is the
It's the
thermocoupler.
thermocoupler.
It's 100% the thermocoupler. I told you, I've had to replace the thermocoupler
No, the
3
thermocoupler.
times.
The thermocoupler is like a blown melted fuse
Yeah.
in this thing.
I'm trying to
Because-
do a release valve
Makes me
so it
so
can give it some
happy.
room so I can take it out without melting my own fingers off.
You keep replacing it, even though it needs to be replaced. You switch it back.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
No.
It is.
I said it was fine.
It is absolutely
It's never
melted.
fine.
and
That
slag.
thermocoupler has lasted us a very long time.
Escape the Sun is complete.
Oh my god. We finish and I just sit down. I'm flying on my back and I'm just like, okay.
I'm
done.
using a manual off of her table to fan her.
Thank you. Thank you, Lil. Thank you for waking up.
Okay.
I was so lonely.
So is everyone awake? Like what's up?
We're still missing the dock.
Okay, where's she at? Where did she go down?
I don't know who's going down on who, but
Oh, Jesus.
I start trying to open some vents and stuff so we can cut down this overheating a little
Oh, yeah.
bit.
Now
Turn open
that
some
you
windows
are
and shit.
awake,
well,
and
letting the
cognizant,
station would cool it down quick.
you are able to escape the
The sun.
sun.
So we're good on the overheating as well?
Yeah, it's still a little warm in here, but it's not too terrible.
Okay, we gotta find the doctor. Where did she wind up?
Have we checked? Let's do a search. Let's go. Yes, we
Searching
go.
for the doctor.
Through by through.
You find her in her bunk,
Okay.
and Araini has settled down, and she gingerly like wakes up from like some of the most loveliest dream that you've ever had.
Hey, Doc!
What?
Hey!
What?
We're good now. We almost fell in the sun, though.
I know.
We gotta... Okay.
Alright, Eni, we really need to get you,
Yeah, we need to get rid of this
Someplace
thing. It's
safe.
dangerous.
because we can't all fall asleep at the same time in,
Ain't good.
And how could you
And
sleep
travel.
all of us?
And do you know how likely it is for somebody to actually go into a sun in this whole wide universe? It's very, very, very tiny likelihood. There's a lot of space.
And here we are.
More than you would expect.
Don't yell at
I
her.
know. You're just.
She's very dangerous,
You
clearly.
can't help
Well,
it.
no,
We just need
it
to
just
get you
that's.
someplace safe.
I'm sure that was just her function. She has this memories of an entire civilization inside of her.
So her function is to throw us into a sun?
No, her function was to soothe the people while the apocalypse was coming, or something. I
Wait.
assume.
Does that mean the apocalypse is coming?
I don't know, but we were gonna die,
Maybe
and she
they
wanted to
soothe
make.
people and then create the apocalypse by throwing them into suns.
Oh, she says
I
you're
think-
full of shit.
I think we just need to hurry up and get Araini to a safe place that won't cause people to die if they all sleep at the same time.
Yeah, less dying is good.
Okay, I think we need to really address the big problem here. Why did the autopilot fail?
It was the thermocoupler. It overheated the failsafes.
Wasn't that yours?
No, it was the one she replaced it with.
And that is where we will end our first act of Scum and Villainy. We'll be back in a few minutes with an HR meeting between Lily and Buster. So stay tuned, everyone. And welcome back to our second act of Scum and Villainy on Theater of the Mind Players. When we last left our scoundrels, they had just escaped a mass hallucination brought on by the Urbot Araini. That is that has a link to a long lost civilization apparently located far beyond Procyon sector, and the scoundrels realize that they need to find somebody who can take Araini off their hands, or well, they have a couple of options that they've been discussing. One of them is to find a faction to whom they can give Araini. The other is to find a way to get Araini through the, I want to make sure I get the name right,
Broken gate.
the Hantu Gate, which is the one jump gate in Procyon sector that has never worked, but context clues and interactions with Araini have suggested that the people whose memories it contains are located beyond that gate.
The Protheans.
Can we
Now,
Right.
this
Cylon.
is the
Oh shit, what if she's a Cylon?
the
What if you're a Cylon?
I'm not
downtime
hot enough
phase
to be
where
a
I
everybody
could be a
gets
Cylon.
two
It's not possible,
actions
it's copyrighted.
to
Toaster.
prep for the final job, which is of course going to be getting Araini home.
Oh my god, my friend calling his car a toaster was just a big BSG joke, and I just got it.
Wow.
Oh my god.
This happens with Sarah a lot.
Oh my god.
I guess you're not a true fan. Oh well.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Says
No, I
the
just
guy
didn't get the
who's
joke
watched
that he
how
made.
many of the
I never claimed to be a true fan.
I never claimed
episodes?
to be a true fan either.
Episodes?
Bitch, are we gonna have to compare nerd cards?
Oh lord.
I'm kidding. I don't really want to.
No.
Yeah.
You keep all that on an actual card?
We
Yeah, who doesn't?
You get like the laminated pages, and then you.
I'm
can
actually kind of
flip
thinking we
through
should
them
make
and-
nerd cards.
Yeah. Can we use your work to laminate a bunch of nerd cards?
Yes.
That we can hand out to people?
I'll ask Will tomorrow. He's sure to say yes, actually.
Watched all of Pokemon Indigo League.
Shit.
That's like an offshoot of nerd.
I feel like that's more like you want like nerd achievement stickers. That you just
Oh,
want,
that's
Well, there's
maybe
stickers
that's
to
the
add to your
foil.
card.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like Nerd Scouts. So you
Yeah.
have a patch for.
there are a lot of
You
I've
just
seen
do
a lot
nerd
of
page and-
Kickstarters recently for like D&D nerd achievements, like, you know, rolled 2 20s right in a row, you know, and stuff like that. So
Oh, I've definitely
killed
done
the
that.
party.
there's a market. There's a market.
I slayed a dragon.
Um,
I did.
And then you almost died underneath it. You're welcome.
Brad killed a
Killed
dragon
it.
with his nipples.
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah.
Totally did.
While he
Well.
was on a bridge.
It was that cold.
He was a dwarf.
I distracted him and I rolled a nat 20 and he crashed in the bridge.
I rode his character down a hill and then killed something. It was amazing.
Brad is my favorite
Yeah.
example of when people complain about 4th edition and how they didn't like it because it was too structured and too like, oh, you move here, you move a piece here, blah 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 blah. Brad always blew that out of the water whenever we had our combats and was like, oh no, I'm just gonna do a thing, and his
Yeah.
plans usually were ridiculous enough that I went along with them.
It's also not an official mechanic, but I did roll a nat 20 in hotness.
Oh, that's good.
God.
That did happen.
Yeah.
I recall that.
All right, so
God.
It wasn't for
Um,
your character though.
Yeah, what?
No, it was for
It was for your horse.
the little imp that we had
All right.
traveling with us. Okay.
So- how do you solve a problem like Araini?
how do we
You-
solve a
you
problem
love
like
her,
our
you cherish her.
You're right.
How do we solve? Okay, sorry.
Can we download her consciousness to see if there's any of the data we can analyze?
Maybe we can turn her into the ship.
Can I do brain surgery on the robot?
You make her
This is
Jarvis.
all getting real weird, y'all. Can we not just figure out the
Imagine integrating this technology into the Kraken. It
No.
would be amazing.
Alien.
You would own more of the ship than Lil did.
Okay, no. This is how this turns into dying in a sun. That's how that happens. Autopilot. If someone had been driving the ship,
She would
we'd
be a
have been
better
fine.
autopilot.
Oh, would she? Or would she fail more often than we go into the damn sun?
Araini, you would be a great autopilot.
I volunteer is not doing that.
Oh,
It's-
you're selling yourself
Her
short.
technology isn't really in the autopiloting
I also
field,
don't know if our ship
but
would be
the
powerful enough
automation
to run.
of our drink stations, for example, would be amazing. I saw the drinks that were in there.
We even had like 300 flavors of soda, you guys.
Oh man,
It'd be like one of
Coke
those Pepsi
freestyle.
machines.
Yeah.
It's a Coke machine.
We have a flavor called flange. I don't even know what that is.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
That's a dick joke, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Flange Zero has no calories.
Okay, something is going over my head.
flange.
Anyhow.
Favorite.
No, flange is just a funny word.
Oh, okay.
Orange Flange Zero. Okay, now, so,
We need to figure out how to get her back to the people who need her.
So,
And it's not us.
We bring her to the jump gate.
And go through it.
Well, you guys know we could voluntarily interact with her and maybe be able to talk with somebody.
I'm not interacting with the thing.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
rude.
locked me on a weird beach
Thing?
thing while I was
Hey.
dying from a
That's
sun.
Racist.
That's so rude. Oh, I agree.
I don't know what she's
Yeah.
saying.
Oh,
That's-
you don't.
It wasn't.
That's
your fault.
modest.
That is so Lil. I knew you were from the Adamites, but
Whoa.
Christ's sake.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa,
Okay.
whoa,
Let's nobody
whoa,
say anything
whoa.
that we'll regret.
Friggin' redneck. Jeez.
I will punch you in the face. You know that, right?
I will send you out the airlock.
You
You
can
know that, right?
crack and try.
Yeah, I can, because it's no longer part of your ship because we replaced your...
You
Your
can
part.
try and tell me what you do.
Can I roll for awkwardness?
Yes, grab all those dice and just...
Oh wait, actually, we don't know you're from the Adamites, do we?
I think you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all know like the whole story, but yeah.
No, you know that
Okay.
they have a history at the very least.
All right, then I definitely fucking pulled that line. Yeah.
I am a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
Y'all don't need to bring this into it. Ain't got nothing to do with it.
So, what we could do?
As Jordan speaks directly to the audience and not to any of us.
Since they're listening and you are.
They're a lost cause, audience. I need your help.
Clap, clap.
Vote now, clap if you believe. So, what what we need to do is find out what kind of plan we want to get Araini.
Well, are we trying to get through the broken jump gate?
I say we go through the broken gate.
We don't know if it even works.
It works.
We could.
It's a mass government cover-up.
Oh, you're that kind of redneck. Okay.
Do you not believe that that's just a cover-up?
I believe.
Thank you. It's hard to mess up your hair in a ponytail.
Xenos.
We could always check, and maybe that's actually where the because there's that sect that's been sort of trying to gather and protect all of these.
They can help us get it through the gate.
And we can talk to Araini
Are you
inside and see
talking-
if we can talk to one
It
of
don't
the...
talk, it beeps.
It's
I
You
know.
see what I mean?
I'm
It's
telling
more
you.
like a burble. That's a scientific future term for that sound.
I don't like it. You locked me on a beach while I was dying from a sun. It's getting snotty with me.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't have mucus. It's a robot.
You called her it.
How do you know it's a her?
Because we talk.
Remember?
This is getting out of hand.
I don't like either of y'all.
Okay, let's not say anything that we're gonna regret.
I done said what
So-
I said.
I'm still in favor of shooting out the airlock.
So,
Who?
which
one?
faction are you contacting? The conclave? Are you? These
I
are the
think it is
faction.
the
These are the
conclave.
factions that currently are cool. Are like you.
Don't
not
hate us.
like you,
Yeah.
but like you. The Counters Guild, the Echo Wave Riders, the Mendicants, the Night Speakers, and Conclave 01.
I think it was Conclave 01.
They were the
Conclave
ones
01 are the basically the independent Urbots that are trying to sort of locate their own
Them.
history.
We need them.
Yeah, let's find them.
That sounds like they would
I
be
think
ideal.
Wouldn't Araini just like to go with them?
Maybe.
That's true, but we have to find them first. They're
But
real
then they
difficult.
might want to go with us, given what we now know.
And take them through the broken gate.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
No.
What is
We don't need more of them.
So my question is, why would the Urbots be trying to get back to where they were before if the purpose was to save?
Because ain't no one likes them.
Well, they like them a lot. That's the problem. They like them so much they want to open them up a little bit and see what's inside of them.
I don't know
Sorry,
why
Artie.
you're doing the face cut. It's a robot.
It's an
Our-
Urbot,
Araini,
first of all.
earmuffs. I just don't... Okay.
Pardon?
Just looking out
No.
for your feelings.
I like to
No.
imagine he just said, I would like a sandwich, and you're like, I just worry about your feelings.
That's a very appropriate response to somebody wanting a sandwich.
Trust
Reminds me
me.
of Funny Face.
Wait,
The French bar.
can we...
Oh,
Enchanté.
in funny face. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. Where she just okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Can we,
Audrey Hepburn.
It took me a little forever to realize that Audrey Hepburn and the other Hepburn were not related.
Yeah. No.
Catherine
Super.
Hepburn.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes me a while to figure things out. Can we talk, like, interact with people inside of the memories to maybe talk to, like, an engineer or something who would know how to make the gate go? Which is what I was trying to get to until somebody
That was
decided
a
to
really
be
good
all,
idea.
like,
Wait a second.
antibody.
Look, it's just too much. We can do all of this on our own. We don't need these robots trying to do the stuff for us
Lil,
because they throw us into suns.
Lil,
What?
it wasn't, it was, Lil.
Yeah.
It was the piece
Yeah.
that was right next to the thermocoupler.
You have to
So it's not your fault.
put
I
aside
ain't
your
saying it was my
prejudice.
About
You have
sons and sons of Adam and sons of
Y'all
Seth.
need to just. It done said my name. It said my name. I didn't.
Basically,
She can't do it for you anyway, but we can get the information from her.
It's just another avenue to help us.
I don't need the help.
You don't have to go in.
It's a big floating encyclopedia.
Yeah.
We should
Encyclopedia.
let our Eni help us help our Eni.
Or we can figure out with the conclave what we should do with it.
But really, honestly, the best chance we have of getting a hold of the conclave and figuring out how to contact them, they've probably been talking to Urbots like our Eni all this time and using the information
I thought we were
That
done
is
told that
wonderful.
ain't no Urbots like this one.
that anybody knows of. They've been spending so much time collecting Urbot technology that we really
All
should
right,
be
give them a
using
call.
their-
Let's do it.
Yeah. As captain, I'm making an executive
conclave.
decision.
Yeah, that's the thing is that you've got to find them
Yes.
because they are Urbots who are striving for independence.
Would a
that-
moneylender know how to find them?
and you tell me how you're going to seek them out. So what I'm going to do is start a clock
Mm-hmm.
called
Conclave.
Find the Conclave.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do, like, a
And that is a long-term project that I'm going to say has 6 ticks on it.
Like, I'm cool with y'all talking to whatever's inside of it, too. But we gotta do that.
Well, yeah, of course.
So who wants to take an action on Find the Conclave? What are
I
you
will
doing?
try to talk to Nix, my moneylender buddy.
Okay.
Can I talk to my mom? Oh, sorry.
You
totally
certainly
That's okay.
you certainly can, but
Can we
we'll
look them up on Facebook?
we'll bounce your scene second.
Spacebook, I think, is a good starting point.
Yeah.
Space
As-
yellow paper.
As opposed to MySpace space.
Yes.
My space life. I
Oh.
find so much out of it. I mean, what?
Okay, so you're
are
talking
cringy
to
as
your moneylender.
Nix. I mean,
Um,
Nix was the moneylender that helped me get off of, or out of,
of the
the
Adamites.
processional with the Adamites. Yeah.
Okay.
And forgave my debt that I took up with him because.
Jeez.
What?
Give you a free bowl of soup too. I mean.
Some
Worked
people
for
are
him
just
for a
nice,
minute.
Rob.
Okay.
Other people
Where
want
are
Well,
you-
he was a former Adamite. And then,
Where are you meeting with him?
Well, we've been doing a lot of restaurants.
this
Gonna
podcast
try
brought
to
to you by
avoid-
Elevator.
No, I think he
Maybe-
probably has like a home base,
Okay.
and I meet him there. I'm imagining Badger from Fire.
That's
Maybe
fine.
you want to go to a BattleBot game?
We could do that.
Yeah.
Robots fighting.
Oh, a gambling house where they're doing BattleBot fights and boxing.
Do they
Because
battle
I could lose
Urbots?
some stress
They
too.
don't.
Are there whores there?
Probably.
Yeah,
Hmm.
a
Where
gambling
money
den.
flows.
And they
Alright.
probably fight space chickens too. I don't know.
Space chickens. Well.
It's the roosters that fight, not the chickens.
Buster
Aren't
brings
they
out
all
her
chickens
latest
and then there's
BattleBot
hens
surprise.
and roosters?
Let's
So,
get ready
I
to
don't
rumble.
know.
Is
I'm
it
not a
so? Is it
swimmer.
on a specific planet? Is it a more of a floating?
I think probably a floating,
Okay.
like a space station type. So
Okay.
they've got just it's
Or
a
is it-
gambling. It's a casino space station.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
We
a
got
good? What's a good name
BattleBots
for
over
a
there and boxing over
gambling
here.
casino
Potawatomi.
space?
Oh,
The Blue Rose.
Cracklin' Rose.
Blue Rose Sun.
Potawatomi.
Black Hole Sun. I said Potawatomi. Darn it.
Ho chunk.
No. We're gonna go
Potawatomi.
with
Space Horse. I don't even know why that's
Space Kentucky.
What?
Space Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
Space Lanta.
Yeah, but space. Kentucky.
Space Atlantic City.
The Lucky Star.
the Lucky Star.
Oh.
What are you arguing about? You went with Space Atlantic City.
I said Space Atlantic.
All right.
It was mildly creative.
All right. So the
Space
Kraken
City.
docks at the Lucky Star, and as soon as you exit the ship, you are bombarded by light and sound, and the flow of money in and around you. I imagine that they're like holographic like waitresses on the floor that are
Welcome to the Lucky Star.
right.
Welcome to the Lucky Star.
I love it. And like you when you put your cred in, that's when like there's a little hovering disc that appears, and your concierge appears and is like, so welcome back, Miss French. How can we be of service?
I would like to join in a BattleBots game, but my friends here are interested in meeting one of their associates in.
Also, put me on the list for the boxing.
What? I'm sorry. What list are you referring to?
The one where I punch things and people bet on it.
I'm sorry, she's Southern.
She's from the Southern Galaxy.
The X-axis galaxy.
I'm sorry. You'll have to talk with one of our representatives.
Sure, yeah. Put me in touch with them, but Nyx also.
Well, Nyx is the person I think who can get you.
Oh, good.
Who can get you out of the position.
Great.
So, and I think a few moments pass, and Nyx is like, "You're here less than 5 minutes, and you already want to punch things."
It's been a minute.
Now is Nyx a buddy? Are they neutral, or are they?
Nyx is a buddy.
Okay.
Nyx is a former Adamite who opened his own money lending ring and then helped me after I got exiled.
So I think he smiles wide and gives you a hug.
Yeah.
And he sees everyone else and says, "Oh, is this your crew?"
This is my crew. Yeah, this is Hey, this is Nyx. This is my crew.
And, like I
and
think
that's Buster.
Nyx is very well dressed. You know, capped teeth. You know, looks like he.
Yeah, he's an Adamite, a former Adamite.
Okay.
Looks like he walked right out of a televangelist.
Great.
A boarding school.
Oh, good.
And you know, like well dressed. I think the fashion on the Lucky Star right now is basically a like a holographic jacket that changes color depending on how you move and talk.
The amazing Technicolor gambling coat.
The amazing Technicolor dinner jacket.
I'm getting like a lot of Sam Rockwell vibes.
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good sort of. I think that's who we would cast when we make the movie of this, of course. And he's like, so well, introduce me to your crew.
Yeah. This is Ash.
I also punch.
He does. That's Dr. Vega. This is Steve.
I fly.
And Buster.
And you
She
bust?
busts.
I bust bots in the arena, but mostly I fix the engines.
Y'all, this is Nyx. He helped me out a lot. So, yeah.
Well, certainly. To what do I owe the pleasure? And he snaps his fingers, and a hover waitress appears and says, "Get a round of drinks. Put them on my credit, please." Yes, sir, Mr. Nyx.
Do you have flange?
I'll take 2.
So a flange, orange flange,
Vanilla
3 orange flange.
I just want a beer.
Well, what brings you to the Star?
Well, we need to dump off a little bit of stress, but also, we're looking to get in touch with someone I thought you might be able to like put a little foot in the door.
Well, I mean, I do know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Everybody needs money at some point.
Yeah. The Conclave 01.
So go ahead and give me a
Sway.
I think you're swaying him here, or no, you might be.
Sway is good.
You might
We're
be
good with
consorting,
sway.
actually.
No, sway is good. We want to sway.
Oh, you do want to sway.
We do want to sway.
Can you sway Rob?
Can you sway to sway?
I can't.
Can you sway Samson? The sway.
Roll a DM check.
I think I'm swaying because he doesn't really owe me anything at all. I owe him stuff, so he really doesn't have to help me. So I'm trying to use my charm to turn it up and be like,
Just tell him to add it
just
to your
a
tab.
little bit.
Well, if he's, a lender in the casino.
Bet on it.
Yeah, bet
So
on it.
I'm gonna tell you that if you use sway, that's probably going to be a desperate action, because sway implies that he doesn't want to give you this information, whereas consort would be
I just don't have any points in consort.
you can always push yourself or take the devil's bargain.
At the end of the day, it kind of sounds like it evens out.
I could consort with him.
I think we've had enough consorting out of you.
Yeah.
Did
Did you bring protection?
Okay, I'll go with consort, and what's the devil's bargain?
I'm a doctor.
I think the devil's bargain is that you are not the first person to ask him about the conclave day.
I was.
Remember when you went to the bathroom? I was going to talk.
I really shouldn't take more stress right now.
But you haven't burnt off the stress yet.
I know.
Okay, I'm
You're
doing
not gonna take the
stress.
devil's bargain?
No, I don't want other people getting there before us. So since I'm consorting, I just roll one die now then.
Correct.
Don't screw it up.
I can't look.
It's-
Oh my god, it's a 6!
You guys totally could have faked Ray.
I didn't know she wasn't looking.
This is the good die. He gets rolled all the time.
Maybe you should jail it.
Yeah.
That was a one good roll.
Why don't you
I
put it
had.
like on top of the jail? Like you get the
I'm the
VIP
warden!
seat.
Yeah.
I'm
Queen of the jail.
the warden.
Queen of the jail.
Just remember,
and since
you can
that
be
was-
put in there at any time.
No, that wasn't desperate, no.
No,
Never
because
mind.
you went with the thing. All right. So the conclave, huh?
Yeah.
Find the conclave has 2 ticks on it. Well, you don't just ask for like free drinks and popcorn anymore, do you, Will?
I mean, I'd take some popcorn if you got it. Especially if you put that nutritional yeast on top and got that little buttery, cheesy flavor. So
Oh,
good.
that's Tawny bleeding through.
It's so good.
We have a shaker can upstairs of it.
It's so good. It gives it like a cheesy, almost like cheddary flavor. It's so
I
good.
can't really.
You don't want to put
Popcorn.
bacteria on your popcorn?
Popcorn is
Nice
perfect.
dried-
just the way it
Anyhow.
is.
dried bacteria.
Covered and smothered
Um,
in butter. That's all
Technically
you need.
dead. Wait,
Oh, I
if
do
you're a
butter and
vegetarian,
fat.
why do you eat dead yeast?
I'm a pescatarian.
I've had this
Also,
conversation
I'm not a
as well.
vegan. So.
Nice try. Nice try to start a fist fight on a podcast.
I've also asked for that.
So
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm not a vegan.
I know,
So,
but yeast
All
is an
right.
actual organism.
okay. I eat bread.
So is everything on my hands. The bacteria that covers your body.
Okay.
They can't take in all the day.
Moving right along.
It's like you spread my seed over your eggs.
What have I done?
that's a good question. So, what are okay. So he well, I mean, we can certainly I can certainly make a couple of calls and connections. I mean, usually people are looking for me to purchase bots of that nature, but I mean, I hear a lot of crazy things coming through here. We can certainly ask about it.
Just to sweeten the pot. Let him know.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. You should actually roll 2 dice because you're using your.
You get an extra one because
But don't.
Because he's my
you don't
buddy.
need to.
You rolled
It was a
six.
5.
Yeah, you roll 6.
That's
If it
also
would
a
have been
good
2
die.
sixes,
We'll
it would
keep
have been
it.
like an ultimate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
That's
Like
So
true.
we'll keep it.
combo.
Always gotta do that.
Um,
Advantage.
So I guess if If you want to punch some robots, you can certainly do that, and then we'll.
I mean, I'd rather punch people, but.
Oh, you guys still do that?
Well, I have an interesting proposition for you.
Does it involve punching stuff? Because you can probably count me in.
Do you want to fight against my bot?
Ooh.
I pull my
No.
case around.
I feel like I'd just stomp it.
Oh.
Oh.
There are some people that I'm sure would probably pay top dollar to see a Krieg in action.
You want to hit some stuff too?
Oh my gosh, are you guys gonna fight each other?
Yes.
Are we gonna fight each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Sure.
Like what else? Why? What else would I be?
I got 5 on Ash.
I put money on the Krieg.
Well, okay. We still have to set this up. Like it's.
We
not...
do both have 3 in scrap, so this is pretty evenly matched. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I got 10 on Lil.
I mean,
5 on Ash, 10 on Lil.
yeah, you know, cover.
And I put some on Buster.
That's
just
how the
in
pros
case.
do it. That's for some weird reason.
Okay, if you're cool with that, let's do it. If you think it'll help,
Well, I think it'll help make y'all some money. Is what I think it'll.
we'd make some money. We could use some money.
I could hold the sign in the ring.
You could hold 8 of the signs in the ring. Cover all bases.
It would be only 3. Because I can't hold anything with my feet and walk at the same time.
So it'd be 6.
So, what are you two doing while they're setting up their fight?
Oh God.
I guess I should probably try to help find the conclave.
You could probably do that in your BattleBot ring.
You can also recover and
because they're robot people.
That's true. Chat with them.
Well, that would basically let you. If you recover, you remove your level 1 harm.
That would be pretty nice.
Do you have more harm than?
I had a leg wound from episode 1 that got
Oh yeah.
set in. I don't know if we've rusted enough since then.
I thought we fixed that.
Oh, man.
We were getting there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think the Adamites fixed it for you?
Well, if you take the recover action, you can do that here.
That's true. I can do that.
So
For
go ahead
sure.
and take the recover action, so that removes your level 1 harm.
Okay.
And then go ahead and you either roll roll her doctor ability actually, or you roll your
Do you
doctor.
wanna roll?
You decide who wants to roll what.
You're the doctor.
Oh yeah.
So I think being
Nice. 5-6.
Yeah. Feel like
Okay.
I'm healed.
Everything. Everybody gets a heal. You get a heal, and you get a heal, and everybody gets a heal.
Most
Not
of us only
Achilles.
need 2 of those.
Everybody gets a heal.
We'll just keep one from Achilles.
So go ahead and color in what was the highest roll? I'm sorry.
6.
So go ahead and color in 3 on the healing clock.
My clock is full.
Okay. You remove all harm. So
Woo!
Nice.
Thank you. You're the best
So-
doctor.
So I think between Dr. Vega's care and spending some time, wandering around the space casino,
Chatting with the bot people.
Um,
You really should have done more torque into that spin. Really could have knocked that guy
what are you
right out of
doing,
the ring.
I was debating whether or not I should bump into somebody here and ask for assistance with this whole mission.
that sounds like you might be consorting.
Yes? I don't have consort, but I could try.
That's what I just did.
Neither did
Yeah.
Lil.
Well, because I have 2 people I think that it would make sense that I could actually bump into here, but I feel like one could maybe be more help than the other.
And who would that be?
Yatu, the gang boss.
Oh.
I kind of pictured him maybe like in the corner of one of those like VIP booths or
Mhm.
something.
Yatu Baratu Natai.
How do you spell that name?
Yattu.
Have you read the writing?
Is he human or a Xeno?
Based on the name, I want to say Xeno.
Okay.
Missed.
Can't deny that.
What's a fun Xeno?
Space parrot.
Oh my god, no. He's like the yep. He's like one of those aliens.
What?
What?
Like from
Sesame
from Sesame.
Street.
Oh,
Yep. And they're just basically like. Do you guys don't remember that? Or you just...
All right. Here's what it is.
And then the phone rings, and they're like,
we cut to Steve wandering through the
They're too young for that.
casino floor, and you get
My extra 6 months of life has taught me
accosted by or not accosted, but a pair of security robots walks up to you and says, "Have you eaten? Yatu wants to eat with you."
I have not eaten.
And you get escorted by the security bots to a VIP table where there is this gleaming black robot that's all severe angles, and you can tell that there are, even though the weapons are not drawn, you can see where the hidden ports where like blasters and things pop out, seated in this chair. And coiled around him is a bird snake.
yeah, way more fun.
A feathered serpent
dinosaur.
might be a better something.
A what?
T-Rex.
It's a long, thin snake covered in feathers.
Like the Aztec god.
Yeah.
And
It's 6 little sets of wings.
What's his name?
the wings are vestigial,
Something
but
that
they've been
starts with YX.
they're gray, and the head, basically the head and the wings are black and white like a crow, but the body is multicolored. And when you arrive, the serpent perks up and goes,
Ooh.
and then the robot goes, what's your character's last name?
Johnson.
Steve, my boy, so good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. I like this. Is that new? Their snake bird?
I think
The snake bird is him. The robot is translating for you.
Oh, is it?
You want to walk that one back?
Totally missed that. That totally went
I
over
missed
my
that
head.
too.
Seriously? Why do you think I thought it was going to be fun?
I thought the snake made a noise at me, and then he
It
talked
did.
to
It was
me.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Snake is
And then
The
the
robot's
robot
right translator.
Oh,
Yo, right
gotcha.
Wow.
Are you
I
dead?
thought it was just some exotic pet.
I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Okay.
It's called flipping expectations, you see.
Gotcha. So instead, I'll say, I like this. Is that new?
Well, you know, I mean, this whole thing, you know, I just had it in my closet, decided to bring it out.
Cool. Gotcha.
How's the racing business treating you?
It's going okay. I actually just won one.
Are you getting back on the track then?
No, that was a one-time deal.
I heard you had retired.
I had retired. It was just a quick thing.
What? Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, that particular job is over, but I could use your help with another job.
I'm all ears. Well,
A hand. I think they're thinking of sexual jobs.
they're still going from.
Oh no, I'm laughing about the all ears because it's a snake thing.
They do have ears. There's just holes in the snake.
I know.
Should we go to a break?
This is part of the experience.
Part of the gaming experience is when half of the table is laughing at a joke that you made like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, did you know the guy you're talking to is the snake?
I know that now
Okay. Let's check it.
because I've talked to him before, but I always just assumed it was the robot. But he got a new one.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
occurred to me, oh, the snake's always been there,
Yeah.
but that robot hasn't.
The robot talking after the hissing and chittering, it wasn't a good clue.
I thought it was just a pet trying to be like, hey,
my
I'm
God.
intimidating you. And then I'm like, oh, your pet is feisty.
It's a nice marmot.
Yeah.
That really ties the room together.
So, what skill are you trying to use here to help you find the conclave?
Kindness? I don't know.
Yeah, how many points do you have in that?
All of the points. Gee,
fine, I
I'm trying to think of. I don't suppose helm or rig makes any sense, does it?
Consort or sway.
Yeah,
Or-
talking here is probably going to be consort or sway or command or something.
Consort probably.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but you
Don't look
established
at me right
you
now.
established earlier that sway means he doesn't want to help, whereas consort means he might.
Well, consort means you're coming at him as like an equal and like, hey, buddy.
Yeah. So yeah,
Sway is more like, please.
yeah. In that sense, then yeah, definitely consort.
Okay, so go ahead and roll consort.
So I roll 2 and take the lower.
Right, unless you
Push it.
push it or take the devil's bargain.
Just out of curiosity, what is the devil's bargain?
That's a good question.
You go back to thinking it was.
Wow.
You, okay, I have to admit, it is pretty funny that
You reach out to shake his hand.
there's a running gag where you actually don't know if it's the snake or the robot.
I'm cool with playing that out. Yeah.
That you're like, I thought it, but then I
I just
Yeah.
And on top of it, the snake bolts and changes.
I don't know.
It looked different than the last
Is that a
time.
new snake?
Snake bot.
Is the
Oh, Steve, you're the
that
funniest.
You're such a joker, Steve.
Hold my finger. I don't have one.
Yeah, because you're a robot.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah. So roll 1 die instead of 2 the lower.
I don't know if I'm even wearing eye
I
makeup
got a
anymore.
4.
Okay.
You are kind of on one eye. The top of your left.
So find the conclave goes up by 2 more clicks.
You're up.
And so when you talk to you, how do you get more information on the Yatu?
Thank you.
Ooh. So Yatu, you ever hear of the conclave? Looking back and forth, not sure which one to talk.
Yeah. You conclave 01. Why? Who's asking?
Me and my crew, and perhaps a special little bot you might need to find its way home.
Oh, you need you've got an Urbot that you need to protect, huh?
I do.
Well, I have a special place in my heart for Urbots, as you can tell.
Yeah, Tu asked if I was hungry.
Let me make a send a few messages, and I'll see if I can get you in touch with the Prime.
But do I know what that is?
The leader of the conclave.
Is it?
He's the leader of or it's the leader of the conclave.
Okay.
I mean, You think that this wasn't a custom job?
What's new, right? So, yes.
So we cut to who wants to take an action to do the final 2 clicks. So you're going to be
Using mine to fight.
okay. So you're going to be indulging your vice. So you roll dice equal to your lowest attribute.
Which is...
The attributes are
1.
It's going to be 1.
Which is a 2.
Ooh.
So that means that you
Dice jail.
put it in dice jail.
It's okay.
You lose 2 stress.
But that's the fighting that I'm doing to fight him, or are we
Yes.
doing that separate? Okay.
Now, Ash, you want to go ahead and roll a scrap for me?
Do I not get to roll a scrap?
No, you were indulging your vice.
Yeah.
I would rather not indulge my vice if it means I can roll scrap and I'll use my movement to do something else.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If you
Indulging
That's not fair.
your advice.
no, this is so the reason I'm doing it this way is because you're taking that action to indulge your vice. So you're like the
I'll
whole
take
point-
my action to do something else and I'll keep my stress.
Well, then you're not. Are you not going to have the fight?
I'm gonna fight him, but it doesn't have
Wait.
to be to indulge my
No,
vice
Tawny,
because I have
you're-
3 in
Tawny,
scrap.
But
Tawny,
that's
Your
the more
vice,
he rolls,
your vice is
the
scrap.
more he can specifically direct the damage to not hurt you.
Yeah,
Right?
The roll the roll that he's making is basically to not actually like hurt you.
But I thought the whole point was for us to actually fight.
Yeah.
You are.
Okay, but I have 3 in scrap,
Yeah, you'll probably
Yeah.
kick
and I
his
wanted
butt,
to
which is
kick
what
his ass.
Which means that you guys are having
he's
a good
throwing
fight.
the fight, Tawny.
He actually
I don't
also
want
has
him to
3 in
throw the
scrap.
fight. I want us to really fight.
Yeah, but
Tawny?
you got
It's very important to us that you have stress for when we almost die later.
I have other stress.
You need more.
Yeah.
I'm
I can
assuming
take
this
trauma.
is going to go very bad.
Fine, do the thing. Just know that I'm not happy about it.
Okay. I want to make sure that our intent is clear here. So the original intent was that you were going to go and fight robots to clear your stress. Yes.
I thought I was fighting people, but sure.
Well, but
yeah.
to fight something. So,
Yeah.
but we threw a complication in there that you were going to be fighting Ash.
Sure.
So
I
is-
thought that was a separate thing, but yeah.
no,
Okay.
that's the fight because I thought it would be more
Okay.
fun.
He's the snake.
So
Sorry.
if you don't want to reduce your stress, what is the intent of having the fight?
I thought we were gaining money from the fight.
Okay. So then,
Was that not?
okay. So here's how we'll do it. You'll still indulge your vice. You're going to make a scrap roll, but that's going to be towards the find the conclave clock as opposed
Okay.
to directly damaging him. Whereas he is going to be making a scrap roll to avoid damaging you.
Okay.
Basically, if you both roll 6s,
Great.
you get out of this without any lasting harm.
Okay.
If you don't, then we will have to deal with some consequences. So the main event is set. Who wants to go first?
I still have a numb hand from pulling wires
Oh,
on the
shit.
ship.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I forgot about your numb hand.
You can just flop.
so what level harm is that?
2.
Oh yeah, that's gonna take some time to recover. So do you want to make a recovery roll first?
I could do that.
Do you have enough? Do you think you can hit the ticks on the healing clock to get there, or have you not healed?
His
at
healing clock is empty.
Mm-hmm.
all? Ooh,
However, I have the ability Flesh Wound. If your wound has been in downtime, mark 3 segments on your healing clock.
Mm.
When you, yeah.
okay,
So I-
So he's half full, actually.
okay. Is that so? That's one downtime action, though, right?
No, it just says
No.
if he's wounded at the beginning of downtime.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
So you could spend one of your
Because I rapid
downtime
heal.
actions to recover and try to get the rest of it.
Only so I can punch you.
Sure. So how does that work?
So take Sarah's doctor action, which is 2 dice, I
Do
believe.
you want me to roll for you?
Do you want to?
You've been slinging.
Sorry, I only rolled 3.
So 3 just means that you take one more
Tick.
tick. Now
Oh,
you
you-
can spend credits for extra actions.
Because we are going to get money.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want you to go into this battle with a numb hand.
Yeah, that would be
we're
super bad.
going for.
Okay.
So should we money it?
I think that's what we're talking
Do we have money?
Yeah, 4 cred.
Oh, I'm good with moneying it.
Woohoo!
Okay, so spend a cred and roll again, Sarah.
Different dice.
That's what I was doing. Don't worry.
Where's the cred on here? Oh, there it is. I found it.
5.
Okay, that is going to clear 2.
Which is enough.
Okay, so your harm is complete. After a after a convalescence on the casino station, you spent a little money. You probably lost a little more than you got back, but now you're in fighting mode. I mean, if
And
you're gonna do this,
It
you're
is
gonna
down
do
to
this.
you, and it is down to me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to space rumble. And we go, yeah.
Mortal Kombat!
On 3?
I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3.
And that is where we will end our second act. And we'll be back in just a few moments for our final act of Scum and Villainy.
It was the snake!
And welcome back to our final episode. The final act of our final episode of Scum and Villainy Jumpgate Blues. When we last left our crew, it seemed that Ash and Lil were throwing down to rack up a little more money to get the information they need to find Conclave 01. What was your highest roll on that?
4.
What was your highest roll? All right.
But I had 2 of them.
So that
Not
means
Yahtzee.
that
Also, the 2 that I rolled is going in dice jail.
each of you is going to take a level 2 harm of bloodied. Now you can choose to resist that. If
I will
you
also
wish.
point out that I'm tenacious, and penalties from harm are 1 level less severe.
Okay, you still have the harm. It just means the penalties are less.
Okay, so it still goes in as a 2, but
Mm-hmm. But the
Don't
penalty
take-
is yeah.
okay.
Because I think you basically have the same thing, more or less.
When I push myself to ignore penalties,
Oh, okay.
I take less.
How much stress would we have to use to?
So to resist stress, you would.
Sling some dice.
You are going to be rolling some dice.
Space kitty.
You're
So-
lucky I just clipped his claws the other day.
Oh, I feel it. It's nice.
You would be rolling your prowess. And then you take a number of stress equal to 6 minus whatever your roll is.
I will take my prowess, which is 3.
I will
I
also
dropped a
take
pencil.
my prowess, which is 2.
All right, good luck, guys.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 4 and I got 6, so I don't take any stress. Because it's 6
What?
minus
It's
what I rolled.
It's 6 minus your highest die.
Oh, okay.
So we take
I
2.
take 2.
So you each take 2.
So I just negated the fact that I got rid of some stress.
And you are both now down instead to
Level 1 harm.
level 1 harm, which we'll
Embarrassed.
call... no, we'll call...
Lectured by your ship's doctor.
Punched. Punchy?
No.
Black-eyed.
Sore.
Sore.
Oh, that's
Been
the
there.
worst.
It's like the day after Winter Wonderland, and both of those ones are going in dice jail.
You're gonna need a dice supermax.
When I printed it, I went 50% higher, like larger than it was supposed to be.
I just knew I was gonna have to throw
So,
more.
I
of it
think
than
I could
lose
fit at
now.
least 3 more dice in there.
Well,
I still think there needs to be a more.
we
There's
still-
room
way to
for
close
you.
that.
We still have an hour, so we'll see. All right.
There's room for you.
So,
You're okay though. You stay.
thanks to the performance and the money that you bet on the fight, you've actually been able to convince Yatu's gang to assist you in finding the conclave. So, I kind of imagine the last scene before the act break was, you know, a riff on the scene from Rocky where you both throw the punches
Ding, ding.
and then it pauses and then afterwards it's you know the two of you on the ship and you've probably got like a shiner and you've probably got like a couple of, I don't know, like shell scratches or something.
I know what happens to turtles, yeah.
Rocky is a great sports movie.
It's not a
Stop! Nope. Not gonna do it. So we cut to the Kraken,
My dogs do that.
and the ship is flying away from the camera towards this massive purple nebula. Where as the ship gets smaller, it seems like the camera is panning back to this purple cloud that's just spreading through the vast darkness of space until we cut to the inside of the control room of the Kraken. So I don't think we've ever discussed this. Is it just like a solo cockpit? Is it like more like a Firefly thing where there's like the flight station and then like people standing, you know, over your shoulder and saying, "Oh, push that button, push that button."
Yeah.
Is it, or are there multiple stations? What does the control
Is
center
it
of
a
the...
red solo cockpit?
I always
Absolutely not.
imagine Firefly.
I imagine that it's kind of like the Millennium Falcon. There's like a 2 seats
in front, like pilot, co-pilot rig?
Yeah.
So who sits in the co-pilot rig when you're flying?
Who actually has?
I believe the
Helm.
cat does.
I have helm
Okay,
Yeah.
as well, but
Probably.
but you
her-
probably
I-
need to be in the end.
I also imagine there's like
Yeah,
an
it's a bad
airplane thing where it's like there's the 2 seats of the cockpit, but there's also a seat in the back that kind of deals with like navigation.
Yeah.
and- yeah.
Okay.
And there's a blow up autopilot.
Don't call him Shirley.
I understood that reference. So it's you and Buster and maybe Arini is in the
the baby seat.
The jump seat. Is that what they call it?
Ari Eni is my co-pilot.
and it's a little disc hand, you know.
Keep doing what you're doing, alright, Eni.
It's sending out the hail because this is where you're supposed to meet the Prime.
hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Fane of Cawdor.
And then you
I think you
hear
mean all hail friend computer.
His friend
And then
computer,
your-
the Fane of Cawdor.
your
Yes.
proximity alarm starts to beep gently, and you see
And it's not a sun?
you see a ship come out of the nebula, a massive ship.
Ships coming out of nebulas.
Crew, we have company that is joining us outside of this beautiful nebula. If
You want me to shoot at it?
join us in the
No.
cockpit? You'll see it.
like I imagine that it is or the ship is a massive black pyramid.
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't like the
And-
sound of that.
Neither do I.
The
Leisure.
And there is a spot
I
on
love
the
that
side
Me
that
too.
rolls open, or that slides open, and light comes pouring out of it.
Do we recognize this as the
Well,
technology?
our Enie's telling you
Okay.
that that's the ship.
Okay.
We're supposed to dock with it.
Great crew confirmed. We're docking with.
I mean, it's kind of monolithic. I don't like it.
You don't have to.
Over.
Hashtag
Your
burn.
Your dissent is duly noted. Now shut the fuck up.
This is where I edit in the deal with it sunglasses.
I'm thinking this was the bad plan.
No.
No one else is getting a bad feeling
Feels
here.
like it's legit. You know, it's just alien technology that we don't understand.
I don't know what it just said.
Said that it's gonna be okay.
Our Eni says according to the communications, the prime is inside.
Perfect. There you go. And I've
What
never
about
seen.
authentication codes?
Okay, we're going aboard.
Huh?
What about authentication codes?
Well, it was our Eni was the one who hailed them and brought them in.
Eni, what about authentication codes?
Eni.
Should we do the John Mulaney? Which one of these is not a stop sign?
I don't understand that.
I don't either.
Oh, it's so good.
Our Eni it trusts the
I'm not feeling it.
I trust our Eni.
All right, well, I'm going in armed to the teeth.
Yeah. Doc.
We're coming with you.
Okay, I'm armed. I'm very armed.
What is
Load
So
up.
is she.
Yeah, load up here.
what is Yatu?
I'm going up to heavy.
They are basically they're hanging out outside the nebula because once you go in the nebula, that's when it interferes with all communications and scanners and things like that.
Okay.
I'm going heavily armed,
Okay.
just so everyone's aware.
Choose your loads carefully.
What's the difference between hacking rig and hacking tools?
Good.
I have a fine hacking rig.
I would assume that's for taking over a ship.
I think rig is like the sunglasses, and the tools are the things you plug in.
So yeah, I was imagining is rig.
That's exactly what.
Rig would be your portable laptop. Tools would be a way of hacking into a different laptop.
Yo, dog, I heard you like laptops.
Oh man, that meme needs to come back.
Alright, so... Mechanic.
All right, candies and treats are not going to be needed for these guys.
You don't know. They might be chocolate robots.
I want candies and treats.
Chocolate robot.
Fine hacking rig, visualization goggles,
Mine
unpublished exploits, overclocked non-market chips, optical vampire taps, versus...
I like the saying optical vampire taps.
That means it goes in.
I get that, but I like it.
I don't know if that's what it actually means.
It probably goes in and sucks power out.
Hey, there you go.
With your eyes.
Or information. It's optical, so it just means that it's like a.
The connection is optical, so it uses a certain kind of cable.
Like fiber optics.
Yeah.
What was the
You
other
work
thing
for
you
a
were looking
lighting
for?
company, so I should just
it's
shut up.
hacking
It would be
tools.
funner though if it was with your eyes.
Yeah, that would be way cooler. Like your eyeballs could like.
Yeah.
I'm
tired.
splicing pliers, plugs and ports, keypad, cracker, specialized software, custom bought up. Like, I think the difference is, it's the difference between, you know, the little ATM thingy that John Connor has in Terminator versus like the Tony Stark, like,
Okay,
you know, rig.
that's fair.
Go
Okay.
Tony Stark. Whenever
Skimmer?
you can, go
It's
full
called a
Stark.
skimmer.
Yeah.
Never go full Stark.
Never go full Stark.
Never go
Okay.
full belt.
Okay.
Actually,
Has everybody
half belt
got their load set?
Yes.
Yep.
Just choosing my last thing.
the ramp to the Kraken opens, and the 5 of you, along with Araini, come down it, and standing waiting for you at the bottom are 3 Urbots. The 2 on either side of the central Urbot, which is this ancient, rusted.
Tin roof.
Oh, I don't like this, you guys. I don't like it.
Are these sleek military drone bots that you can see energy throbbing on their arms as their phase plasma rifles are fired up, and they're each, they turn and look to the central, who just puts up a single hand that had 5 robot fingers on it at some point, but is now down to 2. And the ancient robot starts to speak in Araini's language back to it.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Can I try to decipher the language?
Can we just have a 20-minute rundown of you talking to yourself in Arbiter?
Yeah, you guys
I could go get you some of Ethan's socks.
as exciting as it would be for me to puppet show, that's why I fade out
gave
of that
my
stuff.
puppet back when I closed my last show, so...
We'll just build a new one. What action do you think you want to use for this?
I do have a tune still.
Okay.
I think that sort of runs into the whole...
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Do you want to push or take a devil's bargain?
Let's see what devil's bargains are available so early in the...
Or maybe even a gambit?
Oh yeah,
Do you have gambits?
You do have a gambit. I didn't put those dice up. I'm sorry. Did I?
We start with 1 gambit because I'm serendipitous.
It should be 2, I believe. Because you get 1 from the ship, and then you get an extra 1 from her.
Awesome, okay.
Sorry about that.
Do you guys want me
I
to use a
just
gambit
remembered.
so early?
I don't care.
Do it.
We're in the last
Just-
hour of the show.
Yeah, that and, I mean, if he's saying, this is a trap, you should probably go back. This would be a really good time to hear about it.
Yes. Oh,
5
shit.
was the big one.
Okay, that's good.
Screw you,
That's
gambit
the
die.
one that rolled a
Roll
one?
the 1 on a 6. The other one. The good one.
I'm
The
gonna
one
roll
that
it to a
didn't
4.
die yet. Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna roll it to a 4.
Okay.
Just to not...
Just so we know which one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I definitely know which one it was. That's why I pushed it 2 back for a reason.
You get having attuned to Araini, you get a sense of peace from it, and it's definitely speaking with the Prime, which is the ancient robot, and the Prime is being like, the Prime is reassuring it that you are safe here now. We will ensure that you complete your purpose to enshrine the memories of the people that existed beyond the gate. Thank you, Prime. And I am only here because of the actions of these people.
I don't like it.
And the Prime bows.
I bow back.
I just follow her lead.
I bow back. Yeah.
I am honored to meet you.
And also with you?
There is... You could have profited from the sale of Araini in many different ways. But you chose to preserve the sanctity.
You can't understand anything that's happening.
Is it
No, this
English?
is, it's speaking in
Oh,
That's
human.
why I was.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
it speaking English?
No, it is.
Okay.
It is addressing you.
I just thought it was really funny for a second. Just imagine we're all just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, it's speaking common now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Basic bitch.
It hands you a pumpkin spice
Do
latte.
you even know what that's basic bitch?
Do you even know how grateful we are?
I think you need a little more vocal fry.
I am particularly honored that that a member of the Guild of Engineers chose this option over turning our Eni over.
I mean, we ain't gonna do nothing that
You're
didn't
very
feel right.
welcome.
So
It
just
Our Eni was just such a beautiful machine. I couldn't bear to tinker in a way that would hurt it. Her.
Apart from some weird dreams, it was all good.
I'm telling you again, it wasn't a dream. But okay.
Probably, I think it was.
You sure she's gonna be safe? Right?
Yes. The conclave will protect our Eni and the memories and experiences that it has enclosed within, or that the experiences that they have enclosed within will be preserved so long as as we draw power.
I'm gonna miss you, Eni.
Protect you.
I didn't understand.
I can't believe I just beeped at Sarah and I made her cry. and I think our Eni does come up and like give you a hug.
I hug her back with all arms.
Clunk, clunk.
Well, ain't that cute? We good now? Can we get back on the ship? I don't like this.
Prime, you said that as long as your ship has power, is everything okay here?
We are perhaps not.
Uh-oh. Sorry, I asked.
I knew this was too easy. I knew it was too easy.
He gestures, and the wall of the docking bay opens up to a shot of what's going on outside the nebula.
Totally.
And it looks like Yatu's space pirate gang is currently in a battle. And it is fighting squadrons of hegemony fighters. And what looks to be a ship from the Guild of Engineers.
Of course.
So wait, the Guild of Engineers is fighting on which side?
Bad side.
They're-
Hegemony?
They
Mhm.
want the
Okay.
they want the conclave. Because
How is,
of the
Right,
knowledge
but-
How's Yatu's men doing?
Not great, Bob.
Crap.
Is there a
Red leader to red 5?
Steve, not Bob.
No.
What's the ship fighting capabilities?
We got some blasters.
Told you should buy a nuke.
I got a detonator on me.
We also have
So-
some grappling hooks.
It's now a good chance to discuss what sort of approach you want to make for this, your final job.
Assault.
Yeah, I think I just want to go full
Assault.
yeah, like end of Star Wars.
And
New
blow
Hope.
some stuff up.
Full
Yeah.
shell.
Do we have access to any like smaller ships?
We discussed
thinking-
last
the
week we don't
conclave
have shuttles
might
or
have some.
anything. The
Right,
conclave
I'm just
might.
I'm just
Yeah.
because I'm legit like thinking straight up kamikaze into like the lead ship with the smaller ship.
And I think especially
I don't think we're
for-
gonna let you kamikaze anything.
I don't know.
I
She
think
could pull a Randy Quaid.
definitely a big part of what we probably want to do is get the conclave ship out of here. So we might want to do something like a deception plan.
How about we do an assault plan that is also a deception plan, so it sidetracks everyone.
Did we establish if
the gate no longer works or can be fixed?
This is not the gate.
Oh right, we went to the.
completely.
We went, yeah. My
The
bad.
gate is the snake.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
We can use our assault plan
It's like, hey.
to distract so that the conclave ship can get out.
We can come out, make it look like we've been damaged by something, and say, they're coming. There's more wind than we thought, and they're angry.
I'm confused.
Who are we telling that?
We're telling all of them that the robots are coming to kill us, basically.
So then they all attack the robots?
No. Like, we tell the robots to run, and then we damage our ship. And then we come and say, they're coming!
To try and deceive them into thinking.
So we're bluffing, but then we're also putting all the robots in danger because everybody might then.
Team up on them.
Yeah.
But we're also really bad at lying, so there's a very big chance that this would never work in the
Hey,
first
I
place.
lie okay. I lie okay.
Not a great plan. I'm a doctor, not a general.
You're supposed to start
So
that with "Damn it, Jim."
It sounds like
Or "Damn it,
you're
Steve."
still thinking of assault.
Yeah.
Let's blow some shit up. We haven't had a good space fight
I
yet.
mean,
That's almost why I wrote it this way.
yeah. If we're going
Let's
out.
blow some shit
Might
up.
as well just
Yeah.
assault them.
Yeah.
Sorry for sidetracking you all with
That's all right.
discussions of different.
No,
That's how
it's
these.
fine.
That's how this stuff works.
Is it too late to buy shields?
So give
Oh yeah,
me.
we discussed doing that on the break, and then we never actually
That's all right.
Did it.
did.
So go ahead and let's get our the. So Brad, I want you to put up 4 clocks.
Oh shit! It's a lot of clocks.
Don't you have a buddy that you can send like a distress signal to?
Yeah, he's already using that buddy, and
Okay.
he's getting his butt kicked.
God.
Yeah.
So
The
Try
robot.
to call in Nyx. Let's
I mean,
just
the snake.
hope a certain
Right.
bounty hunter don't show up.
Right.
the clocks I want you to put up, Brad, are conclave escape, and that's a 6 tick clock.
That's a lot of ticks. Gonna need a tick key to get them off the dogs, especially the fluffy ones.
Then I want you to put up a 4 tick clock for Glaive Squadron.
That's another.
That does not
lots of
sound
ticks.
fun.
Can I be American made if we're going that route of tick? Cool.
A 4 tick clock for Broadsword Squadron.
Oh shit!
I don't
I
think...
like them.
And
I need a broadsword.
a
A broadsword would
Yes.
be bigger than you, Tony.
4 tick clock for
I'm not
the
certified in broadsword.
GES Rushmore.
And
I'm
shield.
sorry, that's a 6 tick clock.
I'm scared of you.
And regular broadsword.
Like,
Are those
legit
the
scared.
bad guy
What was,
ships?
Have you seen
what
my
was the last
shield?
one again?
The GES Rushmore.
I'll show you my shield when we're done.
That's hot.
Or
I mean, yay.
EGS. EGS.
I mean,
He's
what?
pretty.
We'll get a
His name is Kronk.
communication that says on your
Nice.
left.
And when I get a
Yeah.
broadsword, her name will be Yzma.
Falcon, please.
This is adorable.
But broadswords are
So
expensive.
those the squadrons, are they friend squadrons or enemy squadrons?
Friend of foe.
Frenemy.
Those are hegemony fighter squadrons.
6 conclave, 4 glaive, 4 broadsword, 6 EGS.
Correct. EGS Rushmore.
Also, Rob, did you know that the glaive is one of my favorite weapons?
No, I just thought it sounded cool.
It's
I
one of my
figured all the squadrons are named
favorite
after
weapons.
melee weapons.
to
Yes.
glaive.
to
Is there-
to blave.
To blade. Is there any way that I can send a message to my mother to be like, yo, call your goons off?
Ooh.
That sounds like a flashback to me. We'll deal with that afterwards.
Okay.
Because I want to make the engagement roll here to get us started.
Okay.
So,
For more of our sick beats.
yeah,
It's up
at
on
this
Star
point, we really
Wars.
should actually have a separate SoundCloud for
Yeah.
all of our weird
Yeah.
acapella riffs.
Yeah.
All right.
For kids bop Theater of the Mind players.
They're on a world tour right now. They're coming to Milwaukee.
Oh, we should go.
Why do you know that?
Is
I
this,
passed a billboard
so
on
is
the-
this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
We did
start with
weird
1
stuff.
dice. That's going to give you +1 die. Does the plan expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I'm gonna
No.
go
Nah.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but enemies or rivals are interfering in the operation because you are enemies of the Guild of Engineers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to balance.
So take one away.
Still just one.
I'm going to also say that you lose a die because the Guild of Engineers is a tier 5.
So we have no dice?
That means
Oh god, I dropped a die!
Disadvantage.
And it was the good one.
Disadvantage on the engagement roll. It's a
I
great...
Found it. Leave my dice alone.
Go ahead and roll 1 die for sheer luck.
Yeah, fuck it up.
That was the one that rolled a 6 earlier, too! He's good.
Why
I'm
can't
naming
be
you
a boy?
I'm naming you...
I feel like that your next thing is...
I'm naming you... Geralt.
I feel like the next project is like a dice throne.
Yeah.
So that way you have the carrot and the
It's on my
stick.
list. We're working on it. It's a pillar, actually.
Then you'll need a dice guillotine after you unthrown.
No, then they just go in the dice jail.
Okay,
The
so
tree's in jail.
as the Kraken comes swooping out of the nebula cloud,
Was that a desperate roll?
the conclave ship heads into the like by the time you get out, the conclave ship is already in the nebula, and Yatu's starfighters have engaged with the hegemony squadrons, leaving really only the EGS ship as unengaged, but it is a bigger cruiser. Like it's a bigger cruiser. It's more modern. Like I feel like the hegemony stuff, because this is kind of a Procyon sector is kind of a backwater. I feel like they're a little more beat up, whereas this is not. I feel like this is more like the Star Destroyer versus the Tantive 4, rather than like the Star Destroyer versus the Millennium Falcon.
What's a Tantive for?
That's the Princess Leia ship in the first Star Wars.
Okay. Sorry, super trendy.
As far as scale goes,
Yeah.
so you just have to figure out how you're handling this particular scale. What are you doing? You've got a lot of clocks to.
Well,
Galaxy
if we're
class
smaller,
versus
we got
Combat
speed
class.
on them.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's that. I say we just hang around them like a god dang mosquito and just boom.
Could we
Where it hurts.
also try to do a hack on their
System.
on their system, either for their trackers or their targeting or something?
So I was also told to go full shell. So if you can hack in and open a side door,
I'll go with you.
can launch me
Mm-hmm.
into a side door.
Let's go. Infiltrate from within.
No, you wouldn't be able to go through space.
I would with a spacesuit.
You just have to limit your
Yeah, that's
your
fine.
take by a lot.
I'll swap out.
Okay, so
Some stuff.
So
Internal assault.
Did you say internal assault? Okay.
Jesus Christ. I love it
Okay.
so much.
So who wants to make their roll first?
Let me
Hack.
do
Hack that shiz.
hack. I'm
swap
also
out.
a tinker.
Okay.
So when I work on a clock with rigor hack, or when I study a schematic, I fill +1 segment just from that. So
Okay.
even if I suck.
So you're trying to hack the Rushmore?
Yes.
Okay. Since that's a larger ship than yours, and it's also a state-of-the-art Imperial ship, I'm going to say that right now you are going to be making a risky roll, but with a limited thing. Normally you do 2 ticks on the clock, or 3 rather, with your ability, but because you're trying to hack a big battleship, it's going to only be 2 if you're successful.
Okay.
If she's successful, can she get us in? Like
We'll
a
get
side
there.
door? Okay.
We'll get there.
What's the devil's bargain here? Just so I can make sure we're.
So I'd like to put up another
Can you?
clock.
How many clocks can we
Are we
clock?
full?
We're full, but I can kill either the I'm fine mom or trust.
Yeah, kill one of those.
Okay. Sorry, mom.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
The next clock I would like to put is Yatu's Last Stand.
Oh.
Bye, Chas.
Oh, yeah.
Now
That
I
makes
can
more
think of
sense.
as Ned Kelly.
That's a 4-tick clock, and if you take the Devil's Bargain, I tick 1 away on that clock.
You haven't even met Yatu.
But he's a dragon.
Or is he?
Oh yeah! Oh no! Oh no!
Or is he a robot?
He's a dragon. He's a feathery, beautiful dragon.
Sweet, sweet dragon boy.
He's not my friend. I'll do it.
All right, 1 tick on Yatu's Last
I'm sorry.
Stand.
Ooh.
You do know that we'd all be attacked immediately if it wasn't for him, right?
Yes. Four.
Okay. So I'm going to
You want me
say.
to put it in the dice jail?
Yeah. Bad double bargain dice.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm going
worth
to
it.
say that
Sorry.
you do tick 2 spots on the Rushmore clock. But you also receive a message.
Shit. What's the message?
Unidentified vessel. This is Guildmaster Alaric Wrench of the Guild of Engineers.
Oh my god, it's your dad!
Oh no!
Cease and desist all activities, or you will be fired upon.
Oh shit, it's your dad!
What is it with parents in this game?
It is absolute.
That's why
is
every
it your-
backstory should kill them.
Is it your dad or is it your brother?
Ooh.
Shit. Let's
Roll
have
a
it-
die. 1 through 3 is your dad. 4 through 6 is your brother.
I mean, he's dying either way. Oh, did I swear
Oh! Roll it.
Fuck.
Roll it.
Yeah,
Roll
let's
it.
see.
5 is your mom.
That's your dad.
That's my dad. That's my dad. Fuck.
Dude, just say hi, Dad. He can't kill you.
He's
He's got to at least lecture you first.
that? And that will give us
Stop.
time to come up with a different plan.
Exactly.
Hi, Dad. Go.
And this is our entrance into a side door.
Fuck. Good stall tactic, though.
Yeah.
So,
Not for
so
long.
who
He's
is
definitely still
leading
gonna
this
fire
role
us.
and who is helping?
What are we rolling?
I don't know. What are you rolling
I would
here?
probably say
Scrap.
scramble.
Scramble.
I only got one of those.
I
What
got
are you
two.
doing?
Yeah.
Him. He's leading.
Okay, so
I'm
what-
helping.
That makes sense anyway.
but so this is it. So this is going to be a group check.
Oh my god.
So what that means is, I love that immediately everybody started screaming. I'm sure Brad is like, my ears.
Sorry.
That just means it's a good plot twist. So, both of you roll scramble.
You haven't failed me yet. Don't fail me now.
Can we gambit?
You can gambit. You can also
That's what you
stress
get for fucking
and
over Yatu.
What's the
fair,
devil's
that's
bargain
true.
here?
Might be okay. We just have to go fast.
Seed Mother Ruth shows up.
no.
God.
Dude, I'm just jumping on an airlock and going onto another ship. If that happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you quick get me a spacesuit and take advantage of my welcome anywhere trait.
Yes.
Because I'm a doctor.
Will say the devil's bargain is
The location of the door inside is not good.
Can I see the server sheet for a second there?
You just go into a bathroom.
This is really weird.
Apparently do a lot of
We had to
space
go in
walks.
through the space sewers.
It's
the
the
spewers.
It's the space pooping bathroom.
It's the spewers. The space sewers.
You go, but you're propelled by death poops.
Oh, God.
Ah, yes, the old death poop.
Oh god.
I think we're just say seems silly, but I'm gonna say Devil's Bargain means you take some heat.
Jordan, give me that one that's not a 6 right there.
It's already on the 6th.
Oh, Rob! The other one. The one on a 6.
It's already been
That
using
one.
up all its
That one there.
juice.
Thank you.
Yeah. But on the 6th
I just rolled another 6.
It means it's gone. It's used up. You used...
Yep.
Oh!
It rolled a 1 in case you guys are wondering at home.
Yeah.
Womp, 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 womp. Okay, so what is the top result out of all of those?
6.
2.
Is that really the
Okay.
dice's fault?
I got a 6.
Okay.
One of them's escaping.
You're running out of time. The room.
They can't fit out the holes.
So, you were leading, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take 1 stress because of her 1. But you got a 6.
It's trying. It doesn't fit though.
So, what is your plan once you get on board the
Kill
Rushmore?
everyone.
Assault.
Then try to take over
Okay,
the
not-
piloting of the ship
okay,
and crash
We're
it
not
into
trying
another
to
ship.
kill everyone.
The
We're
second
trying to like, you know.
Well, it is an
Down.
assault
Yeah.
plan.
My plan was to try to drive this ship into another ship.
That was not my
so
plan.
you're gonna try to take the bridge, huh?
Yeah. Kill my way to the
I'll
bridge.
take the bridge. I'm good with taking the bridge, but I don't think we'd crash it.
Oh
It takes out 2 ships.
It's gonna kill
I
my
think-
dad
no.
so hard.
I think
It takes
we
out 2 ships.
No, we take the ship and we
Sister Dad.
use it. We use it
To take out another
no,
ship.
to deceive other
my
ships.
only one.
Deception.
So you deceive the other
You
ships
guys only have
to
one
take
head?
them out.
Well, actually, let me ask you guys this: you have 2 clock points or clock ticks from that roll. Do you want to apply them both to the Rushmore, or do you want to apply one to the Conclave escape?
Conclave escape.
Mhm.
Or you can actually put both of them on the Conclave escape if you want.
Conclave escape.
Yeah.
Conclave escape.
All right, so Rushmore is at 2 clicks, and Conclave escape is at 2 clicks. Okay, Dr. Vega, what are you doing? You were talking about a flashback, weren't you?
Yeah. Flashback. Talking to my mother. Putting on my doctor glasses to make myself look more responsible.
Flash.
Oh, he'll save every one of us.
universe. We need our own album here of
We-
weird
we-
acapella covers.
Or just cut them all together and put at the end of every episode.
Soundboard.
We do the weird stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
New Patreon intro.
So what exactly are you trying to do here? You're trying to get. Like what did you tell your mother to basically be like to get her to back off or to use
This is
her?
fucking diplomatic relationships with a species that holds the information from thousands of different species that we are not even aware of yet. We cannot destroy them, and we cannot have the engineering, whatever they call themselves, have them.
Okay.
As civilized members of the galaxy,
Okay.
we must protect them.
Okay. So that sounds like you're swaying to me.
Yeah. That
Okay.
sounds like you're guilt tripping to me.
Yeah, well,
I'm running out of space. You
I'm gonna take some stress on that.
Shocker.
Okay.
Did you just pull one that was on a 1?
It already used all its one.
fine.
juju.
Don't worry.
That's not how that works.
Tony, it's okay.
Don't assign your religion to other people.
My dice legend. What did it roll, Ethan? Oh!
Your
Look
highest
who
was a
just
1?
got proved!
No, I was
Right!
too.
Oh.
Look who just got
Actually,
proved right!
It was on a 6, that one, and you rolled a 1.
Proven right!
Proven wrong.
Nope, just
Cancels
now.
So go ahead and add. So you push it. Did you also take 1 stress for the flashback? Plus the 2 for the push.
Yeah.
What do I want to do here?
This is not going well.
Rob's like, how could I cause pain?
Mother's been removed from office because she was consorting with criminals.
And sleeping with a turtle.
The Krieg. It's a Krieg. They have a name.
Yeah, well.
Space
It's
turtle.
called Craig.
Spurtle. We call them spurtles.
My name's Craig.
Space
You don't
turtles.
lie, Craig.
So
This is not going well. at all. In any way, shape, or form.
Let's have you...
You screwed over Yatu, so I just hope you know I don't give a shit if your dad
I
dies.
know.
My mother. Oh wait,
Yeah,
Dude!
my mother's
Yeah.
actually on one of the.
if her
engineering
dad
ships
dies,
right
I
now.
feel nothing.
I thought about that, and I feel like that's a little too convenient.
Is it?
It is.
It is.
Why would she be there?
Because she's an ambassador.
Yeah, but why would she be on a warship?
No,
If somebody surrenders, she's
I
the
like
one
I
that's
like
being
I like
objective
the
of
idea
treaty.
that we're dealing with her dad's stuff, and that's
Mhm.
Yeah,
where
that's
we're gonna
fine.
start. But I do like your idea that she in trouble.
Do you and Papa not have a good relationship?
It's okay. Except I kind of
Did
left
your whole
home.
family lose all of your doctor creds, and you're no longer a doctor? in the
No, I
States?
think there is some fallout from the various scandalous bits. Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, no. He looks way too excited.
I'm just gonna write up a new character.
No, it's gonna be great. So, you're gonna get two clicks that you can apply either to the Conclave Escape or the Rushmore. But we have this flashback of you, you making that play. All right, I'll do it,
Thank you, Mother.
but not for you.
Oh, okay.
I've been having an affair.
Oh God, it is.
What?
While you were after I met the rest of your crew,
Oh God.
Ash made me feel things
In her loins.
that I have not felt in so long.
His body's made for pleasure.
Have you ever been with a Krieg?
Yes.
This just got really weird, you guys.
Dreams really do come true.
We do the weird stuff.
I
Oh God.
wish to join you on your vessel so that I can be with him.
And have more sexy times.
I just want to explain that Techmaster Brad's face is matching all of ours as well, and he's about to crawl under the table himself.
That's okay. I'm pregnant.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not a sex worker.
That
I mean, I
really
guess I
changes
could talk.
things.
I guess I could talk to the.
Just make sure that he's safe. That's all that I really care about, and we can discuss the
Ins and outs.
and we can do, and we'll have to discuss the changes to our familial status the next time you come to the home world.
Things
I
that
feel
make
like
you
that should have
go
been a devil's bargain.
So, where do you want to apply your clock ticks? To the Conclave Escape or to the Rushmore?
I'd like to fuck Buster's dad.
I mean, you could just shoot yourself over there real quick.
Yeah, apparently that's what my family does.
So, who hasn't taken an action recently? All right, what are you doing?
I would like to
What the fuck?
attack. Can I? Is there any way? I don't,
So wait, where did you put
I don't
your
suppose I
clock
could, but is there any way that I could maybe give
Rushmore.
Yatu some breathing room?
I
Yeah, if you want to
was thinking
attack
Rage, or I
the
needed to take the Rushmore.
either the squadrons.
That's what you meant by
You can definitely do that.
I will do that because I feel like he's our only like backup.
Okay.
Rob,
Let
I
me
do.
give you
I did
assistance
want to
on
apply
that,
those
too.
to the rush.
Okay.
I'll assist
Yeah.
you.
So it's at
I'll take
it's
the
at
stress
4 now.
on that.
Okay.
Okay.
So does that? What is that?
I'm assisting him on that plan.
Okay. So what action are you using to attack? Helm. Okay.
Oh my god.
Wait, does that mean I get another die?
Yep.
I take
Um,
the stress.
Like I know I said I was
Is
okay
one
with
stress
it. Like,
right
last
to help?
Yep.
Okay.
And you want to Devil's Bargain or take your final gambit or?
What is the devil's bargain?
The ship is currently having sex.
Yeah. Welcome to Star Bangers.
Oh my god. I've been playing too much Witcher recently. I'm sorry. Too many sorceresses for
Is
my
there
taste.
too much Witcher, really?
No.
Hmm.
Geralt.
You know, I need
He's
to
so
play it.
pretty.
Do you have a favorite of his love interests?
Him.
I love Yen because she's basically me.
High compliments.
I'm
she's
gonna say you're just
very-
gonna take a little extra heat because you're attacking.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
And Triss is bitchy, so.
And then I also have Ace Pilot and Keen Eye.
What do those do?
Ace Pilot is you have potency on all speed-related rolls. When you roll to resist the consequences of piloting, gain 1d. Keen Eye is you have sharp eyes and notice small details many might overlook. Gain 1d when firing ship guns or making trick shots.
So take 1d for that, and then if you have to resist, that's what the other one's for. So roll it.
What? There's a
At least
3 over
one
here.
six.
I see 6, 3, 3, 2.
Okay.
And what's the Devil's Bargain die?
2.
There's a
All
6
right.
though.
There's a 6.
That bargain die?
Does it need to go in the?
Nope.
You got a 6.
Delayed reaction.
Yes.
Do you want to destroy Glaive Squadron or Broadsword Squadron?
Oh. Is there a difference?
Go for the glaive.
Yeah, there are each. That's each separate squadron.
One's on a stick.
No, I understand that. What I'm saying
The
is
other one's
like,
on a hilt.
is one more dangerous than the other?
Yeah.
No? Okay, I'll take out the glaive.
Okay.
Always go for the glaive.
So describe how
someone buy
you
me a glaive.
outfly the squadron and take them out.
I want
Basically, I
Like I imagine there are these sleek
I
starfighters
have a
with kind
plan.
of with gull wings, blasting stuff.
would like to imagine that I'm maneuvering really well. I'm shooting some of them, getting them out of the way. But as I'm doing that, I'm purposely leading some of them behind me. And basically what I'm doing is I'm making them converge on each other. So at one last moment, I speed out of the way and they all crash into each other.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. Excellently done, Captain.
Well done, sir. Well said.
Meanwhile, on board the Rushmore.
I see you.
I had to have that Star Trek moment of good job, Captain. That's great. That's awesome.
Pedal to the metal, Commander.
The door
Is there air?
the door to the bridge opens up and the two of you go charging in as blaster echo all around you. Lil, what are you doing?
Hey, you're gonna give us this. You're gonna give us this ship,
Are you drunk?
or no?
She's just swagging.
Not
about
yet.
it.
You're gonna give us this ship, or we're gonna take it. Sidebar. What are your mechanics? We're gonna not kill him.
Oh man.
Well done.
What?
Are you sure you're not drunk?
Very sure. Someone tell me where the wrench guy is.
Oh my god.
I don't think he's a mechanic on the vessel.
Is your dad the
He's
captain?
the captain.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
No, this is great. Let it go. No, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. If my mom is fucking Ash, she gets to deal with this.
So go ahead and give me a sway
Sway?
roll here.
Cool.
Captain Wrench Guy.
I think
I just assumed he was a mechanic. I don't know.
And I assumed that the snake
I'm
was a
a
I got a
mechanic.
5
I'm a mechanic,
and also
so
a 1,
it's
and I think my dice jail is full.
Okay.
You
Might
don't
have to do
say.
some early release there.
You ever think that negative reinforcement may not be a good way to do it?
This is not dogs, it's dice. It's cool.
They both
It's
start
full,
with
though.
D.
I got a 5.
D's.
They're gonna revolt, man.
Just like what your mom got.
Seriously? You missed it. He's like, D's. Just like what your mom got. You jackass. This game is so fucking
She got
weird.
some tenacious D.
I'm
Oh.
Motherfucker, go.
So,
So-
pew, 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 and you let off your
Yep.
your thing, and
It worked okay.
you got a 5.
I did.
Rob, you're really stressing Jordan out.
He knows.
That's why she's here.
And I have my fine blaster pistol clearly pointed at the whoever
Hold.
the captain person is. Sup?
I am Guild Master Alaric Wrench. This is my vessel.
Shit. So, okay, I'm gonna be straight with you right now. I
While
ain't
you're
gonna
holding
kill
the
you.
gun,
Yeah, I ain't gonna kill you.
Yeah.
But my buddy here with the shell, he's gonna tie you up. We're gonna take your ship.
what are you going to do with the two of you? Cannot pilot the vessel of this size by yourselves.
I think we can make it work.
And what exactly do you plan on doing with it?
Oh, being tenacious and whatnot. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Overheads, and I'm like, you didn't think this through, did
Shut
you?
the fuck up, Captain. Yes, sir, Captain Tight Pants. I thought it through.
Is it time for me to?
Very well, but I ask that, or I do. No, he doesn't ask. He demands that you allow my crew free passage to the escape pods.
I'm down with that. We can make that work.
You know, brrr. This is Guildmaster Wrench. Abandon ship. Abandon ship.
Sounds good. Thank you. Father of my friend, sir.
What?
What?
You just said father of my friend?
Yep. She's
It's a saying back in
yeah.
the country.
It's a thing.
As I roll.
Back with the Kriegs. I pick it up off of him. Shit. And it's now the Kriegs say this thing.
It's like, I'm not friends with you. I don't know you.
right.
But you're close enough to be like the father of someone I
Of
know.
my friend.
That's the greatest thing I've ever.
It's a very specific relationship pattern.
I don't know why they say it. I just picked it up.
We're
It's
not
a thing.
friends, but we're close enough that you could be the father of someone I know.
You know, awkward when we're alone in a room together, but still familiar enough where you're like, okay, I shouldn't leave.
Really? Awkward in a room together with somebody? I have no idea what that would be like.
How it starts.
So that's the thing. That thing that he said there with the words.
Oh my god.
Didn't you
I'm
already say
just
hi?
saying y'all need to
I
shut the
think I
fuck up
did.
in my earpiece here.
I did say hi, Dad, but I don't know if that was in real life or in joke time.
I considered it joke time.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought it was real.
No.
Don't worry, Lil. I'm recording.
Snake, did you capture the bridge? Shh.
A serpent.
It's Snake Plissken.
My
And
name is Sting. Sting. Keep calling me Sting. What is it?
And yeah, I think we done did it. I just need to know, did you know that there's a person here who might know you?
Thing, I'm not quite sure what.
You're breaking up.
The The person seemed very confused when I said a thing. I think we got it covered, though.
We all get confused when you say a thing.
I'm gonna punch you when I get back on your ship.
I mean, the
Our
captain
ship.
does have a point.
Our ship.
But shit.
But until then, maybe you want to say something. Buster.
No.
put him on an escape pod and just
Also, can y'all tell us how to fly this thing?
Shit.
I'm pretty sure you need a full crew for that.
Oh, good. How can we do it with two of us who ain't got no skills with the
Can we make a left turn?
He wants to know if we can make a left turn.
With a vessel of that size, I think you'd need at least 2 people to make the left engine start.
Well,
Good, yeah.
If we went straight and exploded one engine.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. It's kind of like rowboat principles. Just have one engine going.
I like that you're trying to tech support them flying the ship.
Wait,
Have you tried to reopen on again?
That happened with a city bus the other day.
no.
The back door
So,
wouldn't close off.
How do you want to? what actions do you want to take to get this ship? Because
Okay, we're gonna tie up Papa Wrench.
Okay, because
You're not gonna let 'em
Rushmore
escape?
and the Glade
Papa-
Squadron
Papa
are
I like
are
Papa
taken
Roach.
out,
Yeah.
but you still have 4
That's what I was
ticks
thinking.
on Conclave Escape to actually finish this job out.
I would like to bluff the ship that we're on.
I
What?
don't understand
Use
how you
it to
bluff.
bluff the fleet.
We don't have a.
I thought you were trying to convince the ship.
Ship, turn left or I'll shoot.
I want to use it to bluff the rest of the fleet.
Turn on the blinkers.
No, just make them think that, like,
Ship, you are the father of my friend.
we're turning on them, even though we absolutely cannot do so.
Oh, it's very. You guys are probably gonna have a lot more luck with the gun stations that are handled on the.
Let's go down to the gun station.
Can we lower the flag and raise a pirate flag?
Yeah.
Do you have a pirate flag?
Do you have a flag?
So
You
that
keep
sounds
one in
like
your shelf?
so that sounds like you're still using helm here.
I figured that would be shoot.
Can I give them some help by trying to talk them through it?
Yeah, are we still tech supporting?
Absolutely.
Are there
You can take some
roof and
stress and give
lower-
them a die.
Rotate
Are you sure
turret.
this isn't scrap?
How is this scrap?
We're scrapping with guns.
Are you punching the
Really
guns to
big
make them
guns.
fire?
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
bad
fine, it's
idea.
helm. Neither of us has that, do we? Cool, good.
So,
Great.
So who wants to roll it? You're gonna get 1 die because Buster's is talking you through it.
I've rolled.
Yeah.
5.
Oh.
Okay.
That's what I was throwing away. This is what I was gonna.
Damn it.
Oh,
Are you supposed
Just-
to roll 2 though?
Just to be honest.
And take the worst?
Not if someone's helping.
No, 'cause
Don't
I'm
you still
helping.
have
Oh,
one
okay.
gambit?
Yeah.
You use the last gambit.
No, the
No, he didn't use a gambit.
no, I didn't use a gambit.
Use it. Use it.
6!
Ooh. That's better than a 5.
That is correct.
Those of you at home.
That's math.
Hey, I'm here. I can tell you that there's a difference of 1
Thank you.
because I can do simple math. Unlike the rest of you.
The broadsides
Addition is hard,
of the Rushmore launch into the squadron, and scatter it as it continues its battle with Yatu's boys. Okay, well, we need somebody to take 1 more action. Yeah, Conclave Escape is at 4.
So can I doctor?
You tell me.
Doctor is all science.
I mean, I could try taking out the broadsword people.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm really not built for combat. I'm
Okay.
more for like talking and healing.
So can I do the same thing I did before?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll take 3 dice, 2 for helm, and then 1 for keen eye, and then
Here, I'll help you.
okay.
I like that the stress. Like I feel like the stress is also from knowing your dad is on the, but you're like focusing like.
I think after we shut off the guns, I'm like, hey, Papa Ranch is good. Need you to know that.
Thank you.
We got him tied up like a hog.
Is 4 good, or should I keep going for more dice?
I think 4 is pretty good.
You know, Papa Wrench, that singer, he's not suffocating.
Papa Roach.
I got a 4.
Okay.
Out of 4 dice, you got 4.
Uh-huh.
You need a dice jail.
No,
sir.
I don't. They live free. They play with each other.
So
This is more of a Canadian prison. Well, yours is a US
you
prison.
scatter away the last remaining fighters of Broadsword Squadron, which allows the conclave ship to finally disappear back into the excuse me the cloud. However,
Why did you have to add however?
because you rolled a 4.
Because you roll a 4.
Damn it!
Go ahead and tick 2 ticks on Yatu's boy's last stand.
Oh no. Could I tell Yatu to just get the hell out of here?
Get the fuck out the way. First rule of knife fighting.
Bitch, get out of the way.
Yatu, his ship has been damaged in the fight.
Is his ship really tiny?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh my god, trade ships with a big one.
And
Oh my god, trade ships with a big one. This is my ship. No, I mean them with the engineering ship. Oh, could do that. Can we do that?
can you do that?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah!
So wait. There. So what you're saying is
Put your snake in my Rushmore.
Oh, Jesus.
I get that ship. I think that's a fair exchange.
Isn't it though?
Yeah. Could be bigger.
Size queen.
And that is where our final episode of this run of Scum and Villainy comes to a close.
Motherfucker.
We'll
Literally.
we will be back to talk about our final Hangar Bay episode, to rock some XP, to see just how much heat they racked up in that last battle.
So many heats. We're
And
so
to talk
warm.
about our upcoming shows for Theater of the Mind players. So thanks for watching, and please stick around so you find out just how this all ends up. And welcome back to our final Hangar Bay for our run through Scum and Villainy.
So much green on me.
I forgot to take notes again. This is...
It's okay.
You're
Nothing
super
happened. It was pretty boring. I mean,
Super green.
We got it all on audio and
yeah, we were recording. Before we get too into our future stuff, I did want to point out that you generated. I determined that you generated 7 heat for that.
Damn.
So and it just so happens that where you met the conclave is the Ashtari Cloud, which is located in the Rin system, which is where you already had a wanted level, which is where you now have a wanted level of 2.
So we had a full on.
How many stars until the tanks show up?
We had
that's the next one.
We have a full on Blues Brothers situation.
Right.
Got a full packet.
So go ahead and
cigarettes or half
can
a
I have
tank of
somebody
gas?
roll a
Full
actually,
tank of gas, half a tank
Connie,
of cigarettes.
why don't you roll a d6 for me to see what
I don't know. She's
what
been stuck in it
entanglement-
rolling.
The magic D6.
6!
That means
That's
that.
the good one. The whole game.
Well, that's
We
good
should
because
drop
that
that in
means
some
that
salt water.
you actually roll again on the next highest wanted level. So roll it again.
Yeah, go ahead, Tawny. I bet you roll a 6
I'm rolling
again.
a different die.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Wait, am I trying to roll good or bad?
Yes.
You don't know.
It's a 4.
Okay. So, something that I haven't been doing
got thrown
on
in prison.
screen directly is after you go through a job, there's a process that you go through where you deal with the payoff from the job, you deal with the heat from the job, and you deal with the entanglements from the job. And this is my favorite part of the Forged in the Dark / Blades in the Dark / Scum and Villainy system is that this just generates plot. If you don't have a plot in mind, like this game was a little unusual because it wasn't quite as well. The whole stream was unusual because it didn't feel like the episodes were. It felt like everything led into another, as opposed to when we played Blades in the Dark, where things were a little more like, okay, what's our next bit? And we never really got a chance to kind of take that breather and stop and go, okay, what's the next weird thing? Like the fact that
You're making me nervous, Rob.
the fact that
Yeah, he's gonna do
well,
that.
let me put it this way. The reason why we opened up with the weird dream sequence was because the last time after the entanglement that I rolled was unquiet black, which basically means something weird happens.
Ooh.
And the previous session, it was the same thing with Ara Ini, and that's where we got locked into your discovery of its sort of intention.
Okay.
So that was all plot that was generated by this sheet, and we didn't get to do the other half of it where you roll, oh, this is the job, this is the person, this is what they want, this is the thing. All that stuff is in the book, which I think is one of the big strengths of it, in that you like I never felt like I had to sit down and puzzle out game and think of plot and this and the other thing. I really just kind of came to the table and was like, okay, what happened last time? What's the next natural progression of that? How do I fit that into the downtime job structure? And we kind of blurred that this session a little bit, but I think that it still generated a great story with some great twists, and we got a little sexy with it. But I think in
And
the
I
end,
punched him.
I think everybody still, got to have a lot of fun. So, entanglements are based off of your wanted level. And the more heat that you generate in within a job, the more likely it is that basically the heat is going to hit the top level and turn into a wanted level, which is much more difficult to get rid of. Heat, you can kind of spend time like paying people off and saying, "Oh, sorry, we shot up your place," and spending money or whatever. And these guys never really did that because we were all focused on the Ara-Ini plot.
Mm-hmm.
So we rolled on the wanted level of 2, and that bumped us up to the wanted level of 3.
Fork. The one time the good die didn't help.
And
Thanks for the heads up there. Should have used one of
That's
the die
why he
from the
made
prison.
you roll.
Should have
and
used a die from the
That's
prison.
exactly why he made you roll.
and you rolled arrest. A detective
I
presents
told
a
you.
case file of evidence to a judge to begin prosecution of your crew. The system police send a detail to arrest you. You either have to pay them off with a wanted, with a credit equal to your wanted level plus 3.
How much money did we make from our fight?
You made $0
Why is that?
because you who paid
Yeah,
you?
it wasn't a job. It was just something.
Yeah, but we
Creds don't just fall out of the sky when you beat the monster like in video games.
Yeah, but
in
I thought the whole
Villainy
point was we
universe.
were creating money because people were gambling. On
Oh,
our
I
fight.
guess-
That one?
All right, I guess we
Didn't
could do.
we have to?
I had 10 on Lil.
I
So,
had
okay,
some on-
let me
Right? Like, so we gave
Let me,
somebody-
let me walk it back. Let me walk it back. So, remember you spent 1 cred.
Yep.
Mhm.
So we're gonna give you 2 cred for the gambling.
So we still don't have enough.
So
But
now
there,
we have
well, there are
5.
2 things you can do. You can either hand someone over for arrest,
Not it.
Screw you, creepo.
or try to evade capture.
Evade.
Evade.
Oh, now it's evade.
Well, now that I know it's an option.
Screw you, creepo.
I mean, I'm still game for turning you over. I mean, what do
You want to hang out with the coconuts on the corner?
Didn't you go to prison and blaze in the dark too?
She did.
Yeah. Yeah.
That did happen.
She did.
And I did it for all of you.
You did do it for all of us, but you still went to prison.
I'm sorry, Rocky.
I would like to order an evade, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna evade.
If we're on the run, that makes it harder for your mom to find
See,
us.
if you would have rolled a 6, they would have sent a warship after you.
Okay, so a 4 was fine there. So that was the 2 times that I didn't want to roll well.
Right.
And you
Uh-huh.
deceived me, Rob.
That's
And
what-
I should have used a die out of this prison.
Are you
And
surprised?
instead, I used the
Hey.
good one.
Have you
Should've-
met
You
Rob?
Should have
I
grabbed
mean-
a snake Plissken.
I mean,
Or
everybody.
triple X.
Don't
I
support
mean,
prison
obviously,
labor.
I forced you to roll that die. I used my
You goaded me.
What are you, new?
my
Have you not played with Rob before?
points.
You gotta-
Anyway.
you gotta watch out.
Eventually, you
But-
stop blaming.
The,
me,
It's
eventually.
been a few years now. I don't know, man.
I know. It'll
So,
get better.
what
I
that
promise.
means is,
it gets better.
Obviously, were we to continue, or if we do continue this story, you guys are definitely going to be on the run and maybe not go into.
God, Jordan and I have been on the run
Down
recently.
run.
In France.
So, having said that, do we want to do experience points?
Sure.
All right, let's start with you, Tawny, as the aggrieved party.
I've been deceived, Rob.
Deceived and aggrieved.
Deceived.
I don't know why you even do this anymore.
Okay, so every time you roll a desperate action, mark experience in that action's attribute. I really don't know because I wasn't paying good enough attention.
So, I'm sorry, reread?
Every time you roll a desperate action, mark experience.
I
in
would have
that
called out
action's
if you
attribute.
rolled a desperate
Okay.
action.
You addressed a tough challenge with charm or audacity. Totally did that a few times. Twice.
Roll, Mark 2. Yeah, storming the bridge of the Rushmore is pretty audacious.
Father of my friend.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Yeah.
Technophobe.
Technophobic 1.
Okay, mark it.
Working with Nyx a bunch because he helped me out of the Atomites.
Okay, mark it.
So 2. And then I struggled with issues from my vice or traumas. I punched him a
You
little
did,
bit.
so mark that one as well.
That's gonna fully fill my resolve.
Okay, so
And
go
then
ahead.
I have 4 more points after that. And I'm gonna put that in consort because I did a lot of that this session and I was bad at it.
And now you're okay.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan.
All right. So. Okay. So no desperate actions. I addressed a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity. In the first one, I technoed the hell out of our ship to stop us from falling into the sun
Right.
multiple times. And within the second one, I helped them get into the other ship and helped with helming and
mark
all
2.
that fun stuff. And number 2, you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I ran into my dad.
I think that's worth a mark. I
Yeah.
think you should get an XP for that.
And
At the very least, the trembling face of fear that you were giving me for a good 10 minutes.
and
Have a wrench.
working so hard to save our Amy because it's a beautiful piece of equipment that deserves
Yeah, mark 2.
wonderful time in its life. And then struggled with issues from my vice or traumas during this session. I brought up my gambling with BattleBots, but I don't think we really do to struggle with that
Yeah.
whatsoever. So I did fill up my playbook advancement thing though.
Okay, so you get to choose another fancy move.
Woo!
And let's go to Ethan.
Okay.
Space turtle.
You address tough challenge with force or threats.
Yeah.
Yeah, breaking in the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Express beliefs from your drives, heritage, or background. Nah, not really.
Spreading your seed.
I don't think that's part of the space turtle thing. Like, they're not.
And then you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma during the session. Not that much.
I would like though if he was walking around saying that's part of my heritage, and then we all meet his like tribe or whatever, and they're like, no, that's not part of that.
No, he just really like banging a bunch of people. I didn't really. That was weird. Okay, Tony.
Let's see, no desperate moves. So, you addressed a tough challenge with speed or flare. I did. I flew a lot and blew up a lot of people.
All right, go ahead and mark it.
Okay. Let's see, you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I did work with Yatu a lot.
Yeah, mark it.
And then you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. Nope.
Okay. And Sarah.
You addressed a tough challenge with insight or compassion. I would say the talking to my mom and trying
Even
to...
though it went horribly wrong, I agree.
Okay. Good. Got that one. Express your beliefs, drives, or heritage or background. I feel like yes.
Okay.
Because mom.
Mm-hmm.
You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during this session. Yep. I don't think we even need to talk about that.
Yeah. All right. So, you executed a successful extraction operation or capture of a bounty. We did do that. Did that twice. You contended with challenges of your current station. You did do that.
Definitely did that, yeah.
You bolstered your crew's reputation or developed a new one. You guys are daring. That was absolutely daring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, you get to choose a new special ability.
Mother-in-law
Ooh.
suite. Oh man. Huh. Yeah. Bless America.
God bless everyone.
Survival AI module. Okay, so that closes the book on Scum and Villainy. And we'd like to thank everybody for watching us. Is that going to be a thing now?
We closed the book.
We'd like to thank everybody for experiencing this game with us. We have a lot of neat stuff coming up. What we can talk about is this Saturday. We're going to be at Next Game Fair.
Brookfield.
It'll be
in
last
Brookfield.
Saturday for your podcast.
Yeah. If you're on podcast, this will already have happened. Sorry.
It's June.
Or VOD first.
Yeah, June 1st.
June 1st.
And we're going to be
Number
playing.
one.
We're going to be doing another live show of Star Wars Saga Edition, as we have adopted that as our sort of live show go-to, unless we get unless we are asked to play something else. But we had a ton of fun with it last time. We hope to have a ton of fun with this time. Unfortunately,
I'm going to slash more things with lightsabers.
our protocol droid won't be there with us, but we will have a Wookiee soldier joining us.
Oh, you're so much better at that than I am.
And
That's why she gets the Wookiee points.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a ton of fun. If you don't catch us live, we will be recording it and we will be sending it out to our Patreons by the are they patrons or patrons, or just called patrons? By the end of the month. We
Pats.
just unlocked our the podcast version of our first Star Wars adventure, and those are for the enjoyment of our friends of Pat Rayon. Then, in the end of June, what date is that?
26.
The 26th. That is the beginning of our next live stream series, and that is Over the Edge.
Super stoked.
It is thank
Beautiful.
you. It is
Super
Wealth
shiny.
and Hellness. It's from Atlas Games. It is a surreal game of urban danger. It is set on an island called Al Amarja, where every conspiracy theory is correct, even the ones that are wrong.
Aliens.
Right. The players have arrived on the island because they all suffer some sort of strange malady or issue, and they hope that whatever weird things on the island that exist there can help fix them. We have the session 0 is it up on the...
Yes.
Okay, session 0 is up. So if you're a Patreon, you can listen to us go through the strange character creation. We're going to be playing Over the Edge through July. And I'm very excited to play this game. Over the Edge has been a source of a lot of great weirdness. Like, if you thought this last session was weird, buckle up, Buttercup, because
you guys have no idea. I've been listening to Brad edit the audio that he wants for the screens and stuff.
It's gonna be cool. Also, sidebar, Atlas is a bunch of badasses.
It's
Right.
been terrifying.
yeah, actually, as long as we're putting that out, if you're going to be at Origins Game Fair,
Yeah, you get to meet Brad in person and see that he has a body and a head.
Just a laptop.
Yeah.
or maybe he is just filling that up, and Sarah too.
Yeah, I'll be working for Atlas.
They're both going to be at Atlas Games, helping them out at Origins Game Fair. So stop by, say hi, tell them that you're a fan of the show, and make us feel like we're screaming into the void a little bit less.
Because we're
we'll
fun.
We'll have some
Especially with
more
that face.
announcements coming up in June and July. What we're going to be doing, heading out of the summer and into the fall. We're still finalizing a couple things, but
Don't
we've
say
got
that
some-
word yet, Rob.
What's that?
Fall.
Well, we've got a lot.
All you
of-
have to do is call.
We've got a lot of neat things coming up that I can't wait to tell you about. But we have to wait to tell you about because they're not quite
Official.
there yet. Not official.
We gotta
yet.
let the ink dry.
Right.
Just a little bit.
So
and to be written.
we'd like to thank you all for coming out and watching us play these games. So for Jordan Fishburne. Oh wait, are we doing the thing where we're all signing off individually? Was that a thing that we talked about doing?
Yeah, we should do that.
Why don't we do that? So let's go around the table. You guys,
Mostly
everybody...
so you podcast listeners can recognize our voices.
Yes.
So each person just say their name, clean,
Normal.
normal.
So
Nobody has a
So
Jordan
don't say.
Fishburne!
So don't say Sarah fucking babe. Is that? What...
Well, whatever you say, I'm gonna cut it into the end of
Each episode.
stuff.
All right. Let's so.
Jordan Fishburne.
Tony Cheek.
Sarah Babe.
Ethan Eichstead Anderson.
Tawny P. Thompson.
And of course, our Lord of the Board,
Brad Davies.
Sorry. Say it again.
We need a clean one.
Brad Davies.
from all of us. I am Rob Whelan signing off for Theater of the Mind players, and just letting you know. Repeat to yourself, it's just a game. I should really just relax.
Ethan didn't fuck my mom for real.